but it is him. Really nice move. Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SimRigs V8 Supercar Pro-Am Series at Oran Park. And thank you to our round sponsor tonight and brings you this show, Dragon RC. And with me tonight, behind the puppet master himself, Robert Sainted. I keep calling him Saint Lord for some reason. And beside me on my right, somewhere in the virtual world, is Daniel Shultz, the Dragon himself, Mr. Dragon RC. Welcome on board tonight, and thank you for counting us in, Rob.
Yeah. Well, welcome, I guess. Geez, Oran Park, what do we do? How many cars tonight? 46?
I know what I would do. There's about 27 cars out there at the moment, I think. I know what I'd be doing. That first corner, I'd be in the dirt. The second corner, I'd be in that dirt. Under the bridge, I'd be just missing the bridge. In the next corner, I'd be in the dirt.
Just coming in through the ear holes of everywhere around the world. Mr. Cameron Jones, unfortunately, won't be joining us tonight for the race. He has some technical issues going on his side of the world, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you know what's happening a lot at the moment with all the storms we've had up north and in New Zealand and everything like that. A lot of people have been, fighting the dreaded internet. You know, Australia for a first world nation, we've got third world internet. So
yeah, look, don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. Just send it. You know how it goes, mate. Let's have a look, see what's going on with these timing charts. I think we've spoken enough about nothing.
They're looking good, man. They're looking really good. So far in practice, Thomas Freeman has set a 104.177. So he's already 2/10 up on Dylan Gray, who's sitting on a 104.373. Next is Darren Lobb. I've missed Lobby. He was away on holidays for a while. Then he's raced back. I was away for that call. I watched his race, and as usual, he's an absolute gun. And good to have him back on the track. Matty Stewart sitting in fourth. Where's that fifth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 104. Then Mr. Gasser, followed by Coleman, Tannock, Fuentes, Miller, and Mr. Dyke, who usually sits there around about this time of the evening. But this is the last 3 minutes of what we have as a practice round.
Dude, I love that name. Fuentes.
Fuentes, it's good, isn't
it? It rolls off the tongue like a weapon.
Yeah.
Fuentes.
Fuentes. It's a beautiful name.
Absolutely loves it.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned it before. My favourite soccer team name is Deportiva La Coruña.
Agreed, mate.
What a
no
name.
idea how to say it. Not even going to attempt it.
It just rolls off the tongue, man. It's a beautiful name. But
yeah, look, don't worry about it.
But look, anyway, back to where we are. Back to the part of the whole of
green and black racecraft livery coming across the line in a lovely Commodore, which doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. She's
this is the place where you come to watch what V8 supercars used to be about.
Exactly right.
So
mate.
if you want to watch the V8 versus Ford versus Commodore, Ford versus Holden, this is where you come to watch it.
Up there in the background there. Well, who was that one that just said, "See, oh."
Yes, Miller and
going for a round as well.
Gasser behind him, I think.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. It possibly could have been. We got all these boys. Oof. Yeah, he doesn't look too happy in that car. Let me tell you. Yeah, he's done.
Ooh, yep. This is his name at the end.
Happy. No, correct.
Yeah, his nickname at the end says Funky. He did a funky exit in the corner. What do you think of this track?
Look, mate. It's a left and a right and a bridge. So it gets skinny real quick. Oh, Sagasa making a mistake there.
I think we're going to see a lot of this tonight. I think we're going to see a lot of it.
If the AMs are anything to go by on Tuesday night, I have a feeling there's going to be a safety car real quick, because the pro guys don't give as much space, because obviously they're pros, which means they race a lot closer. They're meant to be a lot cleaner. They get their elbows out a bit more. The AM guys, the skill level in the AMs just isn't there to be able to hold it that close to each other. I mean, you know, you get the really good battle. See here, Dylan Gray, mate. Straight over the curbing like it wasn't even there.
Yeah, not a bad answer, eh?
Yay!
He's just recently been promoted from amateur status to pro status for our league. Doesn't mean he's the pro out in the world, but for our league level, because we operate that way. And unfortunately, he had to be moved up from the amateur series on a Tuesday night, but up here, and he's doing well. He's
taken to the big boy.
He's lifted a level since he's gone across straight away, like literally instantly.
Yeah, I reckon he was just making sure he was fully 100% comfortable with the car, as obviously we moved him up, you know, just to make sure that he was happy, he was comfortable, because, you know, at the end of the day, you don't want to have a race where, you know, the leader's 40 seconds in front, and then, you know, P2's right behind him, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are, you know, 20 seconds apart each. It's just no fun for anyone at that point. It's just a hot lap session. As we are coming now to our qualifying session, you know, it just works out to be a lot better in terms of the overall fun that, you know, SRW is trying to promote. And, you know, obviously all of our people around the world that are tuning in, watching, want to see that close fight. Look at that pit lane exit. Isn't that nuts? They're trying to get out to get a clean lap.
What you're seeing right now is the AM class coming out for a 15-minute session of qualifying, and then the race control team and the race director, Mr. Tyson McAvoy, will call them in to the pits after the 15-minute period is over. That will be their lineup for the evening, and then the pros will come out and do the second 15. So with the evolution of the track, it will be probably benefit them a little bit. But
we've got the lovely Ty Delaney on screen in the black Fishy Motorsports number something that we can't read from here because it's a bit blurry on that helicopter cam. We need to get that in there nice and close, mate. Number 07.
Ty Delaney is 07.
There we go. Now we can see. You can see Ty Delaney's improved leaps and bounds in the past 3 to 4 months, mate. That is not how you want to start qualifying. That is not what you want to do. Is that Clutterbuck?
Yes, it was.
It is Clutterbuck. Oh no, that'll be killer for his run tonight.
So you know what happens here? So the viewers who know, I do spin a bet. So what happens here when you're in a qualifying session and you've just spun there? What happens is you fall out of sync. So when you get back on the track, because it's such a small compact track, it's really hard to get in a position on the track where you can get clean laps from there onwards. So you really got to fight and find the spot. What will happen now is if Daniel can't get a clean spot onto the track, he's going to be getting blue flags every time he is on the track and a car comes up behind him. So he's going to be on cold tyres. He can't be pushing as hard as the guy who's already on the warm tyre. It's going to cause him a lot of issues. So he's going to try to find the right gap, try to get his tyres up to temp without having to go out of the driving line into the marbles or anything like that, get his tyres dirty and keep it clean again. So it's going to be tough for him.
Righto, Jake Jackson shoots to the timing sheet. Here come the laps, boys. Let's get excited. Reese Gully, P2. Ty Delaney, P3. Travis Daly, P4. Cowie at the pole. Provisional pole for the AMs. What a weapon.
104.99. So nice time. First one out of the AMs to break the...
Oh, someone's spun there. Jeez, under the bridge. Oh, Ty Delaney's off to the wall as well.
Yep, he's just moved out of the way then too. We won't repeat what our producer just said.
Look, can I just say, do you know how hard it is to sit here, right? Talk about these amazing drivers on track and just everything going on screen. You're trying to, your brain's working a million miles an hour, trying to explain, Howie here for an example. He's right on the limit, and you got the producer in your ear going, "Oh, this car's having an issue," or because your eyes can't be everywhere.
Ooh.
And that was Cowie trying to put a lap down, and he's going through. He's a purple. He's green, yellow, purple, yellow, and he's in the pits. I reckon he got an off track coming over the top of the hill there. Clutterbuck coming across the line very, very shortly by the looks of this. Should be about now. What's he going to do for his first flying lap? 101. Puts him P2. That's not a bad lap. Now that he's back in sync.
105.228.
Yeah, well, now that he's got some nice warm tyres, he'll be able to really push it and lean on it to figure out exactly what he has under him. Because, you know, when you go from the practice to quali, what do you have? You don't know until you're on track. And obviously,
so what do you give
set up
track out of 10?
Look, honestly, I don't like it. Really don't like it.
Okay.
I hate driving it. I hate racing it. I think it's too tight. It's not as you know. It's like a one-line racetrack. Yeah. The only overtaking spaces I see, you know, unless you're gonna force it.
Because all I'm hearing is wah 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 wah.
Look, mate. Look, you didn't drive on Tuesday, all right?
It's a challenging track.
It is.
It's a challenging track. That's all you got to say. And you know what? It's better than driving the same boring thing all the boring time. And it really tests the driver's skill level. This track does. I think it's a track where you have to drive.
It does promote.
You got to race within your abilities and race within the track. So you know, there's someone else on the grass again, and there will be people popping off all the time.
No, exactly right. You know, we still got 10 minutes of the AMS qualifying at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see exactly what these guys can do. Because I mean, you know, you got Ty Delaney, purple first sector, then a yellow, then a green. Reese DeGoey, you know, improves just then with the greens. The track's coming alive. Ty Delaney improves back into third.
Jumped up to third.
You know, Andrew Cowan comes across the line, can't improve. As you can see, all the guys down the bottom of the screen. Oh, a bit of he's done for that lap. He's going to go back to the pits and refuel that by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Look,
it's going to be a very interesting night. It's going to be a few blue flag situations, which is going to be frustrating for the pro drivers to pass. But I think it's going to be some really tight, tough racing. And there's a few more drivers just entered the system late. So I think Rob can tell us in the background how many exactly there is, but I think we're over 25 cars now.
That's awesome. Cowie on the purple sector, green, purple. He's pushing again, mate. What's he doing? Is he sitting there just biding his time, went to track evolution, or do you think he's pushing super hard to get ahead of the other 26 drivers in the field?
I know Cowie pretty well. He's trying to get rhythm at the moment. So he's trying to get all his corners, braking points right, and he's just trying to get his rhythm in. And getting it smooth, there we go, straight to the top, 104.88. So the smoother you can drive on this track, and the better you can get your rhythm in sync, the faster you're going to be, the more consistent you're going to be all the way through the night, and that's going to be key. Consistency in the rhythm of this track, hitting those. Have a look at it. How short is the main straight? After that, you're focusing on every single brake point. You've got a hard left, camber right, camber left again. Coming down the hill over the bridge is not easy either. You've got to keep that clean. It's a tough track and a lot of focus for a session like tonight. I mean, it's a heat session, so I expect some amazing fast driving for the first heat, and then the second heat will settle down to a fight to the finish.
I'm expecting crashes in the first heat, mate, because that's what I'd be looking for. We got Mr. Greg Leake and Dodsy in the YouTube chat. What's going on, boys? What is happening? Don't forget to share it around to all your friends, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. What are we doing when we hit the magic number, mate? There's a magic number that you've got in your head.
There is a magic number.
Racecraft is, you know, giving us something very special, you know. We might tell the guys about that a little bit later, I think. Won't let the cat out of the bag this time just yet.
Mate, I think there we go. Ty's starting to hit a purple sector. He's sitting on an orange for the second. Let's see how he finishes it off.
If Ty could get his rhythm, I reckon he could take P1 from Cowie, to be honest. The amount of focus this kid's got is phenomenal. He's backed out.
Well, he's been fighting up the front few there for the last few races, so it's not going to be anything unusual to him. He's going to be fighting. He's practiced for sure. He's got himself sorted out. So the guys out there, Harry Dodds can't come tonight because of footy. It's a shame, mate. It's probably one of the tracks I've seen you drive really well at. Mr. Leake, hope your ticker's okay, mate. I know you're on a session this weekend with full monitoring, so I hope everything goes good for you, mate. And Dylan Gray, yes, it is a rig from Racecraft.
Jake Jackson on a purple here, mate. What can he do? Does he go pole? Does he improve?
No, Jake Jackson's in 5th and 105, 185.
Doesn't improve, mate. He needs to get his rhythm sorted to get that top spot from Cowie, I tell you. Everyone's going to be pushing super hard for tonight is what I can feel. Especially in that first race, mate. You know what I mean? Well, mate, who have we got on screen there? Joe Mahoney. Mate, just end it. Look how close he is to that wall.
Yeah, it's amazing. So a lot of people...
Me too.
You see the white line there? It's
104.9.
It's not illegal to cross into that pit lane line as you come around the corner. It's part of the actual natural line for this track to run. But that means that when a car goes into that pit, if he doesn't turn around and say, I'm going to pit...
On board with Zachary here. Sorry, Steve. He's punched in a green, yellow, purple, green. It puts him in P4. Mate, these guys are starting to wind this time down like you wouldn't believe.
Jay Jackson's 104.819.
That takes the top spot away from Cowie, mate. Look at this. These guys are looking for it. There's this on board with, who are we on board with here? Ty Delaney again, mate, coming across the line, lining himself up, just getting ready to run the hottest hot lap he's ran all night by the looks of this. Just jump on board with him for a lap and see how he goes. Right out wide to the outside, kiss the apex, right on the limit here. A little bit squirrely. Yeah. Jesus, he's pushing super hard with this one.
Giving him the moz.
Nah, you'd be right, mate. He doesn't worry about any of that. As he comes into turn 4 on the right-hander, coming around now to the off-cambered, on-cambered, up to the bridge, on the curbs, on the wheel spin, jamming gears, light on the throttle, light on the steering, try and caress the car into the corner, don't let it understeer. You want to keep a little bit understeer for here and a track width. Oh, and he's lost the back end. Oh, that's his lap done and dusted for sure. He may keep his foot in it though.
Finish it, but he was in 3rd. He actually dropped it down to 2nd, and that might have cost him. There's 5 minutes left of this amateur qualifying now, so the boys are going to really start getting out there and get some mighty times on the track. There's a few gaps out there now too, so if they can pace themselves around, they can get some nice free track work.
Yeah, exactly, mate. You know, the guys will be coming out on low fuel loads as well now, getting ready to punch out, 2-3 laps of fuel, then come in. Because at this point in time, they've got their bankers and their cars are pretty well set up, so they're just going to send it. Because that's definitely what I'd be doing here. Is I think that's that Daniel Clutterbuck we're watching here coming into turn 1. We're into turn 2. Under the bridge he goes, punching up the gears, down into turn 4 on the anchors, swings it into the right, kisses the apex, all the way, uses every inch of track right next to the grass, coming down into the complex of double right-handers, which is very interesting to drive. As someone goes into the wall, over the bridge he goes. Can he get the car? Nose down. Getting ready for that lovely double right-hander again. Into the right, into the left. Is he using all the track, all the curb, all the way out to the outside? Sets a green sector. We're getting fired up here now. He's coming through to the final sector of this circuit. Super fast, super consistent. Use everything you got in that car. Make sure you hit this braking marker. Want to kiss the apex on the inside. As he sets a purple, pushes all the way out to the wall. Gets a little bit of wheel spin there. Punching, what's it gonna be? It's a 105.7. Must have had that wheel spin, would have cost him a bit.
No, it's a 104. 104.7. He's gone
104.7 goes to the top. You know what, Steve? The commentator's curse. Pfft, don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's done really, really well there. And it looks like Cameron Jones is trying to enter the session as well. He did say he had internet issues, but he's having a crack to see if he can come through because he knows it's a crucial points race tonight.
Well, that's it, mate. Coming
through. Is heating up for us at the moment.
Oh, too much curb, mate. Too much curb. Too much rear tyre spin. Relax. Oh, Mr. Clutterbuck, here he goes. He's done it. Not his personal best, but he's on a green sector. He's done his, close enough to his personal PB. Coming through the final sector again. What's it going to be? Oh, he just went purple. Someone stole that away from him. I reckon he's going to better his time here unless he has a mistake in the final sector. That's super wide. No, he's lost time. He has lost time. Doesn't improve, unfortunately, for Clutterbuck there. Who are we
He's
on?
doing well. So, yeah, Dan's doing reasonably well in the series as well. So in the Tuesday night session, he doesn't do that one. I'm just looking at the current ladder to see how he's doing in the Pro Series, because I'm suspecting he is up the top end of the stick, very close to a title fight for himself. The last few weeks' results have been amazing by him.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's been consistent. As we say every week, consistency is key. It doesn't matter if you win one race here or there, but as long as, you keep your far out cowies all over it, mate. Four-wheel drifting, Clutterbuck's just done a purple. Cowie must be nervous, mate, sitting there in P3, considering he come out and lit the timesheets up straight away.
Yeah, exactly,
what do you think,
exactly.
mate? What do you reckon, mate? Track ever. Whoa! Jeez. As we come into the final 10 seconds of this AM qualifying session here, we look to the timing sheet. We see Clutterbuck up there in P1, followed by Jake Jackson, followed by Andrew Cowan, followed by Joe Mahoney, followed by Zachary. I'm not sure how to say your last name, mate. I apologise. Vals Blom, yeah, thank you, Stephen.
That's it for the amateurs. And yes, I was correct. Daniel Clutterbuck is currently in top position for the amateurs, followed by Jake Jackson in second, Zachary Vlazerbaum in third, and Andrew Cowan in fourth. Ty Delaney sitting in fifth for the amateur title fight for the Sunday series at the moment. So it's pretty spectacular. So the boys are going to come out now, the pros. Current position after 6 rounds is Matty Stewart on 788 points, Jamie Dyke on 713 points in second, Braden Sagasa sitting in 682 points in third. So they're your top 3, followed by Dave Coleman, Dylan Gray, Cameron Jones. So this is important for Cameron to get out there and race tonight. He needs to get some points on his board because he's sitting on 623 and the top spot is 788. So it's going to be quite crucial for him. Following them, Sam Noble in 7th, Harry Dodds in 8th, Chris Miller in 9th, and Bruce Tannock in 10th for the pros. So a big fight tonight for all those guys.
Well, isn't it funny, you look at all the timing sheets and all the data. I know that I pour over my own data at the end of the race to see where I can improve, and these guys are out here.
Buying though, aren't you? Oh, did you see that? I just wrecked it. Oh.
Yeah, pretty much, mate. Unfortunately, Tuesday I had an issue with my my Fanatec V3s, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Was I had half throttle.
You didn't ask me what I do after a race.
What do you do?
You didn't ask me what
Go to bed.
I go through and I analyse the grass clippings I've collected. There's cooch, there's fescue, there's bluegrass.
Look, mate, I don't know. That's a little bit different, isn't it? Look, mate, if you want to drive a lawnmower, that's up to you, bud. But I don't know. We're all here to race, mate.
I think what's going to happen is Channel 31 is going to launch my career on Channel 7 House and Garden.
I reckon, eh? I reckon. Nah, look, man, there we go.
Oh, look at
Pros
that.
are out. Thank you
for the
simulations. Big thank you to Reservoir Simulations for providing us with this quality session again for these professionals. Oh, I reckon he might get a penalty for that because he's past the green cone. What do you think? Do you think race control is going to be favourable on that, or?
No, well, his pole car hasn't passed it, so he hasn't passed it officially.
Fair enough, mate. Well, look, we'll leave that to race control if that's the case.
That's just like when you go out of bounds on the ground. The whole car's got to go out of bounds on the ground, not just one wheel. Yeah, so it's the same sort of thing. Viewers out there, please love you. Like and subscribe. There's a fair few watching. We got it up to 610 this week, so it's getting there. When we get to 1,000, we'll be giving away this amazing racecraft rig and seat.
Ooh, don't say too much about the racecraft rig and seat, mate. These guys won't know
what hit them. Mate. They all know it.
Do they, though? The guys that haven't subscribed won't know about this amazing thing we're giving away.
Oh, they just got to get on board, mate.
Well, look, the more they subscribe...
Any second now.
Look, who cares? Get your mum to subscribe, your dad, your brother, your mother, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your auntie. It doesn't matter. Even if they don't watch it.
It doesn't have to be for racing. Thursday nights we've got a variety show going on. I mean, we had our jump session at Bathurst, and top 10 videos out there right now. So get out and watch the top 10 video. Then we had our burnout competition last Thursday, and this week we've got a drag race on. So it's going to be interesting, very interesting. So the top 10 shootout, top 10 highlights for the burnouts should be out Thursday night. Same as the other one was out this week. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, look, mate. You know the things, and who are those? Why do we get to do those? Whose name do we throw to those events?
So that's brought to you by Tempting Sweets. So Tempting Sweets are a new sponsor for us, and they are shipping out candy, sweets, packets of sweets to the top 10 drivers, and also to viewers that we had questions that popped out and asked a few. Harry Dodds is one of them, who's out there watching right now, and he'll get his in the mail soon. So it's you might think in a couple of bags of sweets here and there, but you know what? They're giving away a lot of sweets, and freight for that sort of thing isn't going to be cheap. So they're committing themselves to supporting us, which is amazing.
Look, mate, when you say the top 10, do you mean everybody that makes it into the top 10 highlight reel?
Correct.
Oh, well, boys, I'm looking forward to my sweet packet. It'll be on its way, mate. I'm looking forward to it.
Here we go.
As the pros enter the track on this lovely, lonely night at Oran Park, we're sitting here watching these lovely people drive around this track. How pretty is the scenery around here?
Well, mate, it's not a lonely night. We've got spectators, about 3,000 people on track at the moment, and you can't see them because they're in the grandstand, but there's a good turnout from the local community.
Oh, mate, they'll all look at them on the hill there. They're all waving to their favourite driver as they come around. It's going to be interesting.
I think that guy's wearing a fishy t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, so we see Oran Park here. We're getting ready to fire up for the racecraft simulation-backed qualifying session for the amazing pros. Here we go, first car across the track. Mr. Freeman, what can you send down into turn one? A lockup, a break, a snag, or do you send the perfect apex? Here he comes.
How good does that car sound?
That is a perfect apex by the looks of that. Let's watch these times shoot up the ladder. As we can see, Sam Noble, Chris Miller, David Dr. Nash, Gerard Sanfuentes coming through, Matt Stewart entering, Sagasa looking forward, Wilkinson's coming through, and now we'll stay on board with Freeman on the first lap of the pros. Two purples, because obviously there's nobody else in the session that set it for the pros. Coming around the corners, here we go through the middle sector. Coming into the final, this corner in particular is very sketchy. You think you've got all the time in the world, but you don't. Especially over here too. You're thinking, oh yeah, I've got room on the left, you're getting off track. Purple, green, it's going to be fluctuating like that for a few laps, guys. Perfect exit out of there, I must say. Real close to the wall as well.
Very nice.
Jamie Dyke is looking at it. I reckon he's got a toe from Mr. Freeman there.
104, 396 Freeman. And
you're on board with Mr. Dyke. No. And we're on board with mate, come on. I said his name and he looped it.
So Freeman's time of 104, 396 is still just a touch slower than what he set in practice of 104, 177, but we won't see the solution to that probably for another 10 minutes, I'd say. The guys are still, first two laps, they're still getting a rhythm, getting their gears changing down and getting their apexes right.
Mate, they're getting that fuel load down is what I'm looking at. Fuentes with a 105.2. Not too bad, mate. You know what, this guy's doing alright. Oh man, I love his name, Fuentes. He's gonna watch this back and go, this guy's weird.
I'm really knows that.
Oh, don't worry about it then.
We posted that on Facebook.
Oh no.
Look, it's bit of a wiggle there.
Look, mate, he is sending it. He is doing the Sanfuentes thing. Look at his wheel. He mustn't be happy with the setup, the amount of soaring he's doing at that thing. It mustn't be balanced enough for him.
Yeah, it's not smooth at all at the moment, is it?
Nah, it's like it's pressing on an alligator, mate.
Corner. Yeah.
That's maybe not a knife.
Maybe his tires
That's a sword.
Yeah.
San Fuentes there puts in a decent time at a 105 dead. Looking at Matty Stewart, 104.5. Sagasa, 104.7. On board now with Dylan Gray. What can he do for a bit of a slide coming up the bridge? Jesus, look at him.
You know what?
Yeah, well, we've heard rumours about this. We've heard rumours about this car he's driving. All right, are you with me, Steve? I've heard rumours. He hates his quali car. He's living with it, but he hates it. All right, you know what that means for a race? It is going to be absolutely super quick, and it will be on fire. He's going. Well, look, mate. You know, normally it's the same thing. I put majority of my time into a race car, and then I'll have a quali set up that I've gone bang bang boop boop. Yep, it's fast, done for 2 laps.
Yeah, I don't even do that, mate. I do my qualifying on a full tank, and I do it in my race setup, and I don't even look at quali setups. I just try to get out there. Freeman's hit a nice 104.
He did, mate. He did. Look at him all the way up there.
277.
2/10 clear of Sagasa.
Yeah.
Look, I know we're looking at supercar qualifying, but also who's ready for the Formula 1 season this season?
Mate, I was up the last 2 nights, haven't slept, so I'll be definitely up tonight as well.
Oh, 100%, man. Looking forward to that. I reckon we're going to have more excitement on this track than we are on that one, let me tell you. I reckon we should get we did have a bit of a wiggle. I reckon we should get Sky Sports to pick this up. This would be awesome.
Well, we've got Channel 31 picked it up, so we'll take one step at a time. We don't want to conquer the world in 1 week.
Nah, look, mate, I'm happy. Oh, we got Darren Lobb here with a purple. He's looking pretty green in his 3rd sector there, pushing for the 4th one, almost done. Yeah, and hasn't done it best. Looks like he's in a perfect apex, all the way out to the wall. How close? Jeez, mate, he's going to lose a mirror if he's not careful. Boom, where's it put him? Does it put him up? Does it put him down? P2.
336 P2.
Geez, Steve, would you imagine if we were this quick?
No, I can't even fathom that speed, mate. That's the commitment level that you need to be this fast.
Oh, Dylan Gray goes off the track and nearly nails the wall. That's
reminiscent of his driving last night. So on a Saturday night, we let our hair down and we do some crazy stuff on Saturday nights. And I thought I'd join the boys this week because we used to do it when we first opened SRW and sort of drifted off. But Rob, our puppet master in the back, has put a few tracks together over the last few weeks.
Oh, here
last
we go.
night we ended up playing 10 bowling.
Is he going to bump up his spot? Yes, he does in the P4. We're on board here with Jamie Dyke. Green, yellow, purple. What's he going to do? Is he going to punch it up there for our lovely, amazing provisional pole? What can the man do in the Fishy Motorsports car? Crosses the line with a 104.5. And that'll put him P2. Right behind Matt Stewart. Golly.
That puts him in P4 on a 104.605 behind Matty Stewart. I don't know where you're getting your positions from, mate.
Oh, I'm just looking at the timing tower. Sorry, I was looking at full classes there, bud. You know.
It's all good, mate. We'll forgive you.
Oh, you better.
There's a few orange sectors going on. Dylan Gray's hit one green. Coleman's
I reckon.
Wilkins is coming out for a lap now. He's hit two oranges. So we're in the middle of the second practice.
Mr. Coleman here in the... Yeah, it's quali. It's quali. Come on, Steve. Mate, you should know this by now.
Quiet for 2 seconds. Coleman's just hit 3 greens in a row, so that should jump him up a fair bit.
I hope so.
He's in... Here we go. He's jumped up. He's still 104.779, so he's still sitting in 6th.
Unfortunately, Mr. Coleman there. Yep. Who'd we see on screen grab that purple before they were crossing the line? Freeman, did he improve?
Yeah, and Freeman's time is still the same, 104.277. He hasn't bettered that time just yet.
Here we go. Dylan Gray going to punch a lap in. Where's it going to put him? 104.2. Not bad.
He's pushed Brian Sagassa down one spot, so he's gotten himself into 5th and pushed Brian Sagassa down, and Coleman as well.
Here we go, Sam Noble.
Oh, that looks like a bit of air then.
That was sketchy, man. I reckon he's got some Red Bull going on, mate.
It looked like
He's got some.
corner.
Mate, he's got some wings.
He's
got some wings.
That was fast around that corner.
Mate, he still punches it in for a 104.2. What? 106.3. Mate, my numbers are all over my place at the moment. I'm just going to start rolling out 10s and 15s and...
I'll do the numbers, you do the talking.
Oh, I can do that, not a worries in the world, mate. There we go, Dyke is on 2 greens. He's pushing super hard right now. Exactly. Looking at the closing stages, Jesus, look at him go, mate. But look how balanced his wheel is. Look at it. Look how much input. Look at that. Super smooth, nice and relaxed. Apart from just there. Jesus, he's all over it.
Are you watching? Hang on. Are you on Oran Park or on another track?
Oh, he missed his braking zone.
Missed his brake point.
I hate that.
Jamie was fighting that. There's 5 minutes left in this session, guys. So the guys will be out to 5 minutes left in the qualifying timeline. They're getting 15 minutes each.
Look, we don't want
the time on the board says 10 minutes, but there's only 5 minutes in the actual qualifying section going. They'll fast forward the clock from there because they've got allocated 15 minutes to the pros and 15 minutes to the AMs. So they got race controls giving them a 5-minute warning. So the guys will be coming out now and either coming out with fresh tyres, leaving the same fuel load in, and coming out to a nice clean warm-up, get a bit of air, bit of space. And
exactly right, especially around here. Yeah, especially around here, mate. You want that space in clean air. The toes are worth a little bit down the straight, but at the end of the day, mate, this thing's a twisty mess. Jamie Dyke, for his championship, you'd really hope he's got the car tonight to put it up there, because it's really, really hard to pass around here.
It is, but it's going to be, Aussie tracks are pretty much all like that, except for Bathurst, I guess. And what we've seen at Sandown, Winton, and now here, it makes for some amazing, amazing racing. Do you remember the last race we had at Winton with these guys? And I think it was actually Jamie and Sagassa, if my memory serves me correctly, fighting within a couple of tenths of each other, bumper to bumper, pretty much all the way for the last 15 laps.
Yeah, well, that was one of the highlights of the race, wasn't it? The battle for that. That was insane. Here we go, Chris Miller on greens. Does he improve? He does. He goes to
4 greens. Yes, he has improved. He's gone up to 10th.
Sam Noble coming across the line now.
8th.
With a 2-minute 50? No? A 105.0.
16th. Mr. Lobb. Jason Douglas in the interviewers. G'day, Jason. Thanks for jumping on board. Here's Mr. Dyke. He'll be...
San Fuentes across the line. Here he comes to fire up for his last qualifying lap by the looks of this.
3 minutes here to purple. First sector.
He bailed out of it. Jamie Dyke's on greens. Here we go. Dyke's on a green run. Here we go.
This could be the one.
He'll get a purple. I'm putting money on it. Putting money on a purple.
That car almost looks airborne on that little hill, doesn't it?
I don't think he cares.
Nice.
Honestly. Oh, mate, he's kicking the arse end of that thing out. Is he going to purple the final set? No, he doesn't.
No,
Where
he
does
didn't.
it put him?
But he got a 104. 104.
Still P5.
Yep, 104,
Wow.
495.
Sam Noble's up there at the moment. Oh, he's in the pits. He's done Dr. Nash.
He's pulled that one back.
No, San Fuentes.
He's all on oranges.
Dr. Nash here pushing really hard. He's done a green sector. He's done a yellow. Can he finish off on a high note here? Oh, he missed the apex by a mile there. That car is not look stable. Pushing. Boom, moved him up into...
Oh, Nash. Got up to 11. Yeah, well done. Well done.
Size.
Yeah, a 105.038 for Nash.
Yeah, look, the spread's pretty big here, but at the same time, it's a tight track, so I'm expecting a lot of fighting at the front.
It's under a second in the top 15.
Is it though?
It's 4.22, and in what place is Delaney? Delaney's 5.14, so that's how big is the second gap. All the way to Delaney in 18. There's only a second.
Is that it?
That's it. A second.
That's
from
it.
First. That's it.
Here we go. Freeman's on a purple. Let's go.
Oh.
Fire me up again. Is he going to better his lap? If he does, I'll scream. If he does, I'll scream.
Oh, move. Oh, he's fished that.
Oh, no.
He's fished that. Oh, he's pulled it.
He didn't want me to scream.
Oh, he's pulled it. Joe Mahoney says it's an awesome poly. Yeah, it's been spectacular.
Hopefully we're not too boring to listen to at the same time.
Well, you know what I just mentioned about the time splits from the top to bottom, that's going into the AMS division. It shows you how much the AMS have improved with the Tuesday night racing.
Yeah, what do we got? We got a David Coleman pushing. We got a Dylan Gray pushing. Coleman crosses the line. Yep. Does he improve? No, he doesn't improve. Can Dylan Gray improve? No, yes. Slightly.
Mike's on a green and orange second. Sam Noble's got 2 greens.
Sam Noble pushing. He's watching Dyke. He's trying to see where he is. Can we go on board here? Sam Noble through the final sector.
Car 99 in the air before. Just made the checkered flag, so that'll be the last 2 cars
crossing. Here we go. Watch him over here, mate. How much air does he get? Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a car in the wall. Nash is in the wall.
Nash is in the wall. Who we got in this car? Is that Dyke we were on with?
No. Mr. Noble crosses the line. Does he improve? Yes, he does. Good job, Mr. Noble. Feel sorry for the gentleman that hit the wall there.
Well done, lad. Well done. That was
Sanfuentes with the power.
And that's your qualify session for the pros of our SimRigs V8 Supercar Pro-Am Series, and the top split is sitting with Thomas Freeman in first place with a 104.277, Darren Lobb sitting in second with a 104.336, Matty Stewart in third with a 104.37, so only 2 100ths between there. Jamie Dyke on 104.38, another 1 100th. Dave Coleman on a 104.4, D Gray 104.5, Sagassa 104.7, C Miller 104.7, Daniel Clutterbuck sitting in the leading of the AMS on a 104.793. This is a very, very, very tight field, guys.
No, it is, and a big shout out to Racecraft Simulations again for the. I think it's time we tell them why they're doing it, mate. The rig.
Well, we're giving away a rig so that we can get ourselves to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. It was a great little package. They gave it to us to use for an event, so we loved it, and they said keep it and give it away, put it to some benefit, and that's what we've done. So it's awesome to be able to give it to someone. I mean, $1,800 worth of kit. Racecraft rigs are Australian made. One of the best around. Everyone I've spoken to loves them. They think the quality is exceptional, and the seats are amazing too. So it's a fantastic package. If someone who's starting out wins this, it would be a amazing way to start your sim racing career.
Oh, it'd be absolutely phenomenal, mate. Look, I do have one question though with these amazing Racecraft rigs, mate. What makes them stand out? What's special about them?
Oh, they're just really rigid, man. Really rigid. Amazing to, you can add accessories to them. You can, they're very flexible with, just everything you want to. All the wheels fit. They've got a motion system that you can add to them as well. So it's all pretty cool. All right, now you can put your votes to the call. If you want, I'll do it. So here's our starting grid for the SimRigs V8 Pro-Am Round 7 at Oran Park, brought to you by Dragon RC. First position is sitting Mr. Thomas Freeman. Second row, Darren Lobb. Third row, Matty Stewart. Fourth row, Jamie Dyke. Actually, that's second row. Third row, Dave Coleman, Dylan Gray. Fourth row, Braden Sagassa with Chris Miller, followed by Daniel Clutterbuck, Jake Jackson, Sam Noble and Andrew Cowan in 12th. So that's your first 6 rows for tonight. 7th row going forward, going back is Jay Mahoney, David Nash, Dr. Nash, Gerard Cifuentes, Zachary Vlasbom, G. Wilkinson, Ty Delaney, Reese DeGoey, and E. Hayden with Michael Quash, Travis Daly, and that follows the team by Bruce Tannock sitting in 24th. He must have had issues somewhere there, and the rest is our stragglers that came through, Callum Hodgson and Cameron Jones. I'm not sure if Cameron Jones will be joining us, because I did see him drop out.
Have a look at this, mate. Look at the cars on the grid. Are you ready for all this horsepower, mate? 30 seconds. 30 seconds before we unleash on Oran Park.
Fingers crossed it's clean through the first few corners, and then we are good to go.
Well, can I just say, by the looks of that blinking light on the back of Mr. Freeman's car there, he's got his pit limiter on. Let's hope he turns that off before the race starts, because that'll be interesting. There he goes. Oh, mate, I was gonna say that would have been so funny. Would have got another. Here we go. Revs are up. Lights are on screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and away we go. That looked like a jump start there. We'll let race control handle that. Looks like Coleman let it rip a bit early. Here we go. Top 4 into turn 1. We got Freeman, followed by he's going down the inside. There is a change there. Lobs down the inside. The MX Raps guys coming together. Yeah. Real good teammates, real nice and close. Here we go. Into the tight section at the back of the track for lap 1, I should say, of this lovely 20-minute sprint round, as they are pushing super hard. You got Dyke in 3rd, Freeman 2nd, Lob 3rd. Cowan and Delaney look like they're coming through the field. The MX Rap guys look like they're going to jump on the back. Who's come off here in the background?
Cowan was called out from the race control. I'm not sure who was in.
Ty Delaney and Cowie sound like they were involved in a bit of an incident. Sounds like that.
Like 5 cars in the back there. We'll catch up with that after you see these guys through. Have a look at Mr. Lobb going through that little bit of a S there. So smooth.
Yeah, he seems to be a lot smoother than the rest of the cars. I mean, it is only lap 1. He might have, better grip on fresh tyres versus the rest. It'll just bring him in nice and gentle, because there's no stops in this heat race.
No stops in this heat race. But I tell you what, it looks like no safety car. That is nice and clean and going through. We haven't missed an incident or two, but look at this. The boys in the mid-pack
going hard at it right now.
But look at this, 3 wide.
Yeah, almost. Sam Noble in the back of this one here, followed by Coleman. Jeez, mate, these guys are not giving a quarter. Bang. Look at that.
Fight for every 2.
Up the bridge, I don't even know what to say, mate. I'm just gobsmacked by how close this is. Look at them everywhere.
Just enjoy it like the viewers are enjoying it. It's going to be some tight racing like this all the way through tonight. I hope you've got a bottle of water beside. Mr. Vlasbom's missing a boot and rear wing.
He'll be super fast down the straight with none of that downforce, mate.
Doing a little wiggle and shimmy down the through the curves.
Yeah, as we come across the lane to start lap 3 of this amazing Oran Park circuit here. On board now with David Coleman in the DC Shades Fishy Motorsports number 1. As we ride on board, he's got Sam Noble in front of him, looking like he might have a sniff. He's putting the pressure on Mr. Noble here, looking to the outside, looking to the inside. He's going to dive down here, I've got a feeling. Dylan Gray locks up in front. Chris Miller's going to get nice and close. Let's jump on the back of Sam Noble's car and just see what the behaviour is of Coleman's while we're... as he gets a little lights up the rear wheels there.
He is fishing that little car like crazy.
Yeah, look at that, mate. He's pushing super hard. Super hard. pushing super hard with the racecraft livery on board now for the 9.5 Sim Sports guys. Mr. Sam Noble himself pushing super hard into the final sector. Coleman looks like he's going to dive here, or he's going to line him up into turn 1. Oh, look at this run. Yeah, he's set a dive. Sam Noble's run wide. Down the straight. Who's got the power? Is it going to be the mighty Mustang, or is it going to be the Holden Commodore? Wait, they're both in Holden Commodores. Scratch that one. I'm getting a bit excited here as we come through turn 1, down into turn 2. Super close. How's he not touched him?
He will be soon.
Mate, what's going on? You got Dylan Gray here. Looks like... Dylan Gray looks like a cork in the bottle, mate, doesn't he? Letting the guys ahead of him disappear. I wonder if he's battling some issues or something with his car there. He might have let him up too early or pushed a bit hard as we're on board here with the Fishy Motorsports of Jamie Dyke following the Freeman.
They're on lap 3. We're on lap 4 now, so the car's it's a short track too, so the car's only going to start settling now.
Well,
there's a lot of work. You can easily overheat the tyres. Easily overheat the tyres.
What do we got going on up there? Still Sam Noble and David Coleman are going at it as we're on board here with the TMX Globals. Then we got Tommy Miller and Chris Miller in front of that one, and we got on board here with Daniel Clutterbuck. Jesus, Dr. Nash nearly railed that wall. The TMX Global Racing from look at these guys' delivery, mate. I like the TMX.
Wall of champions.
Oh, you reckon you're to push it that hard? Oh, Coleman and Noble. That's not looking good. It looks like Coleman's copped a whack from someone. As we've gone a bit front-zoned here.
Someone's removed his mullet.
He doesn't need that rear wing where he's going, mate.
Well, Clutterbuck is
under attack.
Diving in front of someone there.
Clutterbuck's either under attack or being attacked, or he's out the air.
Yeah, I think he's just driving just
Fuentes, mate.
Yeah.
He's definitely under attack. It's going to be a hard one now for Coleman to keep pushing with no rear wing on that thing, mate.
So Lob's got a lot of pressure on him from Freeman. He's still sitting on 0.5 behind him. And Jamie is backed off a little bit by the look of it.
I reckon Jamie's saving tyres.
He's looking after his tyres, that's what I'd say as well. But then after that, behind him, Stu and Sagasa, mate, they're right on the building.
Yeah, the MX Raptors guys will be working together there in the two purple cars behind Dikey. They'll be looking to capitalise on any type of mistake that they make. Even if these two guys at the front here, someone makes a dumb move and dives on the inside where they shouldn't be and takes them both out, they'll pick that up 1, 2, 3. It's all about the points game in this one, mate. Short sprints.
100%. I like the look of Rob's car. I reckon it's looking very classy and he's looking very smooth.
Yeah, well, look, mate, the car he's up in front for a reason at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Here we are on board now with Mr. Gerard Sanfuentes. I love it. Sanfuentes. As we're all over the back of Daniel Clutterbuck watching in the rear view with his learner plate. Coleman's super wide there. Nearly destroys his race. Mate, that rear wing issue is a big problem because Clutterbuck's all over him.
Yeah, well, he can't really do much about it on this short sprint race. He goes in, he's going to come out last.
Yeah, that's true. I was surprised he didn't get a jump start there as well, because it looked like it from our perspective. But, you know, at the end of the day, it may have been pretty alright. So we're looking here at the front two again. Both pros, both battling. You know, these guys have got a 2.5 second gap on Jamie Dyke at the moment. I wonder if they're destroying their tyres, trying to pull away.
I think Jamie
Coleman's around with Noble.
Someone's going around
no. That
Coleman and who was it? Sam Noble?
Yeah. Jesus.
Yep.
Missed that. Oh no.
Had a bit of an issue.
Looks like he has damage. Replay popping up now. What happened here? What do we got going on? Oh, what happened here? Coleman looking.
Wait a second, we'll find out.
Noble's Nash has gone for it by the looks of it, and he's made a mistake there. Coleman's got nowhere to go. Bang! Straight into the back end, and as we go blinky, the TMX wraps, gentlemen, there is wide.
A lot of
Again,
cars suffered through that. A lot of cars suffered through that.
yeah, again, mate, you know, the track is super, super tight. If you make a mistake, it's going to cause issues.
Yeah.
Look, the good news is all four corners of Sam Noble's car are relatively okay by the looks of it.
Delaney's got no front end of his car, so he must be having a bit of fun with that as well.
100% he will, mate. David Coleman's in the pits. Must have had a huge incident. Must have
David Nash was David Nash was black flag for that situation.
Yeah,
so
look, I'd 100% agree with race control on that one. Wow, these TMX guys are pushing Jamie. I reckon Jamie would be like, mate, leave me alone. I'm trying to save tyres. He's starting to push close up now.
He'll be driving forward. He'll be driving forward. He'll be driving his line, and if he needs to, he'll drive a little bit of a top line.
Well, look, that's the thing, yeah. So at the moment, the Cats is on the rears a bit hard there. Jeez.
There's one thing you can be fast enough. To be fast enough to catch a car is one thing, but to be fast enough to pass a car on a track like this is another thing.
And Lob and Freeman here, mate. Sorry to cut you off. They are all over it. They're right up each other. And you know what? This is actually going to bring Jamie Dyke close. He's only 2.3 behind now, as you can see up there on the timing tower. You know, he'll be dragging those MX Raps guys in. They'll all be looking for this lovely position to try and eke their way forward, because it is a reverse grid for the top 10 after this, don't forget.
Yeah.
100%. That'll put Sanfuentes, and that'll put a lovely Valasa Blom in P1 and P2. Cameron Jones is in the chat. How are you, buddy? Yeah, apologies, mate. We obviously can't help bad luck there. You know,
you're gonna make it, Cam.
Go out to you, bud.
That's life, isn't it?
Yeah, as we watch you.
Maybe we'll have a bit of a chat to you live in between the breaks if you've got some time, Cameron. We'll talk to you between the two heats if we'll organise something. Have a quick chinwag just to see what's going on and how the rest of the season is going to plan out for you.
Mate, Dyke's under attack. He's not saving no more. He's definitely under attack. He's starting to drive a defensive line. Matty Stewart's starting to push him. And it's the gas that's looking at it.
Defensive line on this track isn't really that far off your race line because it's not like it's a wide track at all, so it's not going to hurt him that much.
Oh, like you'd be surprised, mate.
Need to be a lot faster to get past him.
Yeah, well, the thing is, right, he's already now 2.8 seconds behind. He's 2.8 behind. Like, he's lost nearly second in a lap, you know what I mean? It's not compromising massively, but he's not going to be able to keep that lovely pace and that smooth drive that he wants. He wants to hold on to the P3, as we see Lob and Freeman into turn 1. Looks like Freeman's looking for better drives on exit, and Freeman's looking for better turn-in on apex. Instead of two different lines that end up in the same spot. Look at the drive Freeman gets, though. He must have been looking after those rears as we go into the last, you know, 8.5 minutes of this heat. Looking forward to the grand finale and the 40-minute final.
It's going to be these next few laps are pretty much going to be a sprint to the end.
Oh mate,
these last corners that you're seeing right here, these guys are on. These corners are the key to make sure that you can break away and get a nice exit out of here, because this is going to be the point where everyone's going to try to pass. So you need these last few corners to be really smooth and clean. That's where Lobby's just going to keep pulling away, and that's where these guys. That's where Jamie's strength's going to be. He's going to be making sure that that's where they're going to be most dangerous to pass him. Is out of those last three corners, he needs to pull away from them nice and clean, so we can hold step here. That's the important bit. This gap right at the. Cowie's had a bit of a good moment.
Yep, he's going to lose that position. He won't be able to hold that, unfortunately. He'll try and fight it, but he won't hold it, mate. The aero damage on the front of that thing is going to slow him down too much. You can see here, Wilkinson straight down the outside. Thank you. See you later, mate. Have a great one.
He's had a bit of a ding as well, by the look of it.
Yeah, the back of that wing's a bit bent. Cowie, mate, on a Tuesday night, he actually had a moment at that exact corner at the same spot and centered around the outside of the track, and you know, gave him a 40-second stop and hold for cutting half the track, unfortunately. He didn't the timing tower's pain in the ass, man.
but he did win the first heat, so that wasn't too bad at all. Oh, what happened there?
Stuart with a little bit of the how's it going in the back end.
Oh, that was teammates nearly kissing each other goodbye.
Mate, they would have been all mates
That was
then.
close. That was very, very close.
Yeah, well, Freeman looks like he's got a run. From what I could tell just there. It looked like Freeman had a bit of a run. Here we go. Oh, Jesus. Lob's looking at defensive, mate. That was borderline late. Oh, mate.
That was close.
Listen, that DPR on that rear bumper's not going to be there for much longer. You can see it just out there.
That was
SimRigs. Ooh.
That was. Oof.
Yeah, Lob looks like he's lost a rear. As I said, mate, it's all about that tyre conserve. Saying before, you know, Lob's looking for that turn in an apex. Freeman's looking for that exit. Dikey's got a gap now with that happening. Sagasa's gone in. Sagasa's hiding, Stuart.
Oh, here we go. Is Freeman going to get a run on from here?
Nah, he's a bit far back, I think. Unless he gets
Lob wasn't too clean through there, but he still managed to maintain the pace.
Yeah, exactly, mate. He's not looking for anything happening here. Looking for that exit. He's looking for that exit. I reckon he's going to run him down. This will be his spot. He's been sizing him up for a few laps. Around here is going to be the spot. Whether he dives it right now or
off front of the spot, mate. That's the thing. This is the bit where it's alright to catch up. Because where's he gonna put it? He can't. You got this little lump coming here. You got this lump coming here. You got to hope that he loses it there, so you can tuck in on the inside. But then again here, as long as they're both following their lines, it's going to be hard to pass.
Look,
this is where he needs to be real close, all the way to the last corner, so he can get a run down the straight.
Wilkinson on Mahoney here, coming through that same section we were just talking about. You can see a little wiggle. See, oh, he had a look there. He was going to send it. He thought better of it. They both lived to fight another day.
Yeah.
That's cost Mr. Wilkinson there in the NX wraps. Here we go, back on board with the Freeman coming down into turn one. What is going to happen? Perfect clip. Turn two. Oh, Lob's a little bit wide there. That's it. Lob's gone.
Yeah.
Freeman looking for the pass. Freeman's gone. He's going to shut the door straight away. Yes, he does. Look at that. Yeah. Bang, down the inside. See you later. Put that pressure on.
That was unfortunate for Mr. Lob there. That was his probably the only mistake he's made all night.
No, exactly right. And guess who's only 2 seconds behind these guys?
Well, Jamie Dyke, but he's pulled away from Matty Stewart and Sagasa now, so he's just resigned himself to third place.
He has 100% been saving them tyres, mate. 100%. Wilkinson, Cowie, and Joe Mahoney. What is going to happen here? Is Cowie going to send it? Mahoney going to make a mistake? Wilkinson going to send it? What's going to happen? The 991 getting all sorts of pressure on him. The Joe Mahoney just in front of him there. They're all within about a second of each other. So it's going to get nice and tight coming into the final few minutes of this one here. There's only 3.5 minutes remaining in this 20-minute heat. Pushing huge. Look at that. Wilkinson's all over the back of Mahoney. Oh, he's looking for an inside shot there.
Really?
Trying to put that pressure on. See if he can get that drive. What did that do for Cowie? Did that give Cowie a drive? It looks like it did.
No, he's still there. He's still there.
It's going to be on for turn 2, mate. They may go 3-1. Oh, Cowie's backed off.
Coleman's left the session.
Ooh.
No, he hasn't. I'm sorry. It's not like it has on my system over here, but he hasn't.
How unfortunate. Wilkinson wants it. He's super loose coming out of turn 2 into turn 3 now, coming around for the bridge section, going to cruise all over the top of it. What can it do? What can we do? What's going to happen here, Mr. Cowie? Where are you going to put the car? Inside, outside. Oh, Mahoney's in. Cowie's gone around the outside of both of them. He's hit the wall on the inside, and that's sent both of them into the shadow realm.
Cowie has just cruised through.
And as I said, Cowie backed off, driving smart.
Cowie's just cruised through. That's puts Clutterbuck in first position for the AMs, followed by Vlasbon, then Mahoney and Wilkinson. They've just spun, so that puts Cowie in third place.
It does, and we're playing Blinky McGee's again. We're trying to give everyone an epileptic fit at the moment by the looks of the cars. we're pushing super hard. You know, these cars destroy computers as well as themselves, as you could just see there. A bit of action on track. I really want to get a replay of what happened there with Joe Mahoney. I feel like he's turned in too early, or he's locked the rears by mistake. What do you think, Steve?
Also, it was a bit hard to tell. See, on the top of that bridge crossing, there's a little bit of a hump, and if you don't time that braking point right, it can do you a lot of mischief.
Yeah, I reckon. Well, mate, it did him a lot of mischief. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
The mischief has been sorted. As you can see here, we're looking at Sagasa. Sam Noble's in the lane, and Joe Mahoney's in the lane. Assuming this one for damage here. We're looking at Darren Lobb and Freeman are going at it still. Do you think Lobb's going to get
a
it
white
back?
flag at the look of it too.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be one more.
Yeah, white flag, then probably one more maybe, because they're sitting at the 18th, 19th, they're going to cross it.
Yeah, they'll cross before the... Yeah, so this is the second last lap.
Yeah, they'll get the white flag as they come through.
Now, Steve, if you were Lobb, what would you do if you were in his position? Would you send it? Or would you just concede it and start P8, P9 for...
it's a reverse grid. It's a reverse grid, so look, at this point you just stay close, just put the pressure on in case someone makes a mistake. That's all you can do. He's too far back to be able to send it.
So you wouldn't try and send it if you had the chance?
Oh, he's too far back. If he was closer, he's too many car lengths behind him at the moment.
Yeah, well, white flag lap now, so we'll find out, I guess. Come in here down in turn 1, down into turn 2. We're on board here with Freeman and Lobb, watching that battle for the lead.
Lucky Freeman's got no sponsors on his livery tonight because he hasn't left much paint on it.
No, there's definitely not much paint on it.
The other side looks like he's gone for the sandblaster.
That's exactly right, mate. Well, lucky tonight's round's brought to you by Dragon RC at that point then, eh?
lucky.
You know, on board with Racecraft for quality and a full round brought to you by Dragon RC. As you can see, we're in the final lap of this sprint round as they're pushing super hard. Here we go, last sector. Yeah, look, Lobb's backed off now. He's conceding. Jamie Dyke's 1.7 behind, so only gained 2/10 in the last 2 laps here. As we see Mr. Freeman coming down the straight. No one's challenging. Flashes the line. Good job, mate. Well done. Crosses the line. And then we have Lobb, Dyke, Stewart, Sagasa. We've still got Gray somewhere in the background there. Boom, crosses the line. And then we got Miller, Clutterbuck, Sanfuentes, Velsblom, Cowan. Cow is just outside the top 10 there, so he'll start P11. Velsblom will start P1. Sanfuentes will start P2. Clutterbuck P3. Chris Miller P4. Dylan Gray P5. Sagasa P6. Stewart P7. Dyke will P8. Lobb P9. And Freeman P10 for your final 40-minute race. That's how they're going to line up for tonight. For the big finale that everyone loves to watch, that 40-minute with that pit stop. That's going to be interesting whether people take tyres or not. I have a feeling, as we can see here, Mr. Travis Daly crossing the line. Oh, Sam Noble on the lock. Blow an engine. He's blown the engine.
We'll get Thomas
no,
Freeman.
what happened there to Noble? Did he cross the line? He didn't cross the line, I don't think.
Not sure. There'll be a 10-minute warm-up, and we'll be getting up into the room in a few seconds. Our first heat winner, so we'll have a bit of a chat with him. And go from there. On screen is Dylan Gray doing a bit of practice out there. So the way they finished will be Freeman on top, Lobb second, Dyke third, Stewart, Sagasa, Gray, Miller, Clutterbuck, Sanfuentes and Vlasbom. So Vlasbom's going to be starting in first position on the front row with Sanfuentes. So that's going to be in front row for tonight for the 40-minute feature.
It's going to be
which was
interesting one like that one.
It is going to be a tough one. This is going to be a track where a feature race will, it's going to be crucial. There'll be a few people in the first few laps who'll be wanting to make some positions up.
No, that's exactly right. As we have a look here and we watch this warm-up session for the 40-minute final, I think I'm going to make my my way into the kitchen and grab myself a drink, I think.
Might as well go, mate. I'll have a bit of a slow chat and a few pauses and let people do the same. We've got a few people out there watching. If anyone has got any questions, by all means come out and say hello and g'day. Be good to know who you're watching tonight and who you're following out there. Let us know. We will see if we can spot them for you during the track race and get some highlights of them passing or spinning or whatever the case may be. And you can also shout out to your family and friends out there and support your drivers. The show is brought to you by RC Dragon, and it wouldn't be brought to you at all without all our other sponsors that have been on board with us from day dot. Melville Equipment, who have supported us for a long time. Warren and Brown, round sponsors for a lot of our other series, who are a very big sponsor of us. They'll be taking us to Moto X in the showgrounds soon. Toyo Sim, who supplies the Camus hardware, pedals, steering wheels, and everything that you need as far as hardware is concerned. Groom Industries, you'll see their fantastic tables on our Channel 31 show. It's the home of the V8 LS motor block, and our naming rights sponsor for the V8s this season is SimRigs V8 Supercar Series and also Racecraft. We've got Mr. Freeman in the green room. Let's drag him up and we'll have a bit of a ching man. Mr. Freeman, how was that for you?
Yeah, hey guys. He was really, really good. Force up
race?
Yeah, this track is a little bit tough. One little mistake and you're either wide or you're straight off into the grass, and the grass is very unforgiving and takes a long time to get back onto the track. So yeah, very unforgiving track, and very hard to drive.
It's not much time to relax the brain or anything like that, is there? Except for that main straight. The rest of the time you're go, go, go.
Yeah, pretty much. And even on the main straight, you're thinking about not trying to lock your right front into that kink. So I think you little bit of time to relax and reset the brain, but yeah, then you're straight back onto it and ready to go for the lap.
Yeah. So what's the plan with the reverse grid for you?
Look, just keep it clean. It doesn't really matter. I think the race is a little bit longer too, so we'll all have time to to get going, and we'll see where people's weaknesses are and strengths, and we'll just go from there. But yeah, key points, just keep it clean and not run anyone off the road or myself.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Obviously, with a grid that it is so tight, you go off the grid, and that's it. All of a sudden, you've dropped like 15 places in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, that's it. So I keep that in the back of my mind and just keep it on the black stuff, and yeah, you can only go forward, hopefully without any incidences, and yeah, we'll be right.
Well, good, mate. It sounds like you got to get your rhythm in check and just put it in robot mode, yeah?
Yeah, that's it, Stephen. Yeah, we'll do.
All right, mate. Good luck tonight. Great first heat. Did really well, mate. It was very impressive. Loving watching you and Mr. Lob fight at the front, and you just kept the pressure on until you made that one little error, eh?
Yeah, that's right. He actually done it earlier as well, but he just got that little bit better drive in the first one, and then yeah, the second one our tyres were a bit old, but he was a little bit more offline. So, and I've just covered that turn 4, and yeah, I had it done. He pressured me for another lap or two, and then that was it. I did kind of calm down, and I was able to bring it home.
Was that the spot you sort of picked that would be the moment where you could pass him, or was there another spot you were aiming for?
Look, I honestly, he had he's really good pace, and I thought without a mistake, I'll probably just, we'll have to yield just for P2. But when mistakes are made, and I actually was braking I was lining up my braking point and making sure that I'd always take a tight line, and I think really always taking that tight line into turn 2, that really helped that and helped my drive too. So I mean, you can kind of say that I lined it up for that corner, but I think it was just a little bit of luck, and yeah, I made a stick.
100%. 100%. Yeah, cool. Well, good luck, mate. Enjoy the second race, and I can't wait to watch the battles going forward.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Congratulations, mate.
See you.
So that was Mr. Thomas Freeman, the winner of our first heat tonight, followed by Mr. Lobb and Jamie Dyke on the podiums. The battle's going to be a lot tighter through this heat. I think the guys aren't going to try to sprint away too early. They're going to try and keep their tyres clean and not overheat them. So it should be a really good race. Dylan's out there practicing. Darren Lobb throwing packets instead. The internet seems to be giving a few people issue tonight, so hopefully it doesn't ruin the race for a couple of drivers. But viewers out there, get involved, give us a bit of a chat, and let us know who you want to follow. Mr. Lobb, I think some of the few drivers have popped in to say hello. Cameron, I hope you're driving, mate. Sorry I couldn't see you out on track. It's always I always rather have the drivers out there battling amongst each other. Just gives it a bit more spice to the races. So those of you who don't know, Oran Park doesn't really exist in the real world anymore. This is now a little residential area. With houses and parks and kids and all that sort of stuff going on. No more track, but we take full advantage of it on the iRacing platform and enjoy the track. Mr. Lobb says, my left front nearly as unreliable as CJ's internet. Well, yeah, it did give way for you, that front left. That was probably the only thing that did give way for you, because the tight fight was amazing to watch. Mr. Mahoney says he's run out of talent and got the grass before the bridge. That's what happened just before the bridge. We were wondering where that all went adrift, because it was yourself and Mr. Wilkins that ran into each other and gave Cowie the opportunity to come up for a podium finish for the amateurs. So the podiums for the amateurs was the first heat was Daniel Clutterbuck, who actually finished 8th overall, and followed by Zachary Vlasbom in 2nd, and Andrew Cameron in 3rd, followed by E. Hayden and DeGoey for the top 5 positions. So well done to those lads. Look, all I can say is Joey, you might have ran out of talent, but I still haven't found mine. So that's an interesting one. Yeah, it's an interesting one. You got to laugh, don't you? Some people say I never had it. Well, the puppet master in the background says I've never had it. But yeah, interesting to see. Oh God. Well, yeah, we're just having a bit of a chin wag, me and the viewers, and probably a little bit of a laid back moment. All we're missing is the I don't know, some Jackson Brown in the background or something like that. Some love songs of the rich and famous or something like that. Sunday night. I think yeah, Sunday nights used to be I think back in the days it used to be a matchmakers sort of night on the FM channels. These days it's pretty just doof. So yeah. But look, anyway, we've got a few minutes left, actually less than a minute left, and the boys will start to grid up. The teams will be doing their last minute thinking of whether they'll change their settings or not. Most of them will just leave it as it is. The guys that are out there in the warm-ups are probably the ones that may have changed a few settings here and there, that might have gone out in the first race and thought, oh, that didn't feel too good. But the rest of the guys are probably sitting in there just raring to go, checking their fuel levels, make sure their fuel levels are right. I'm not sure what the burn rate is tonight with the fuel. So we'll see how it goes. So the grid is up. Unfortunately, I was flapping my gums and I didn't get the front end section of that, but it will probably scroll over to that again. they won't be too far off from going. There's a few cars blinking and going, but the front of the row is row 1, Zach Vlasbaum, Cifuentes, row 2, Clutterbuck and Miller, row 3, Gray and Sagasa, row 4, Stewart and Dyke, row 5, Lobb and Freeman. That's your top 10. Row 6, Cowan and Hayden. Row 7, DeGoey and Nash. Row 8, Ty Delaney and Wilkinson. Row 9, Daly and Noble. Row 10, Quash and Mahoney. Row 12, Coleman, and that will be it. So hopefully the grid's going to go off any second, and the boys will be up.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and away we go here at Oran Park for the 40-minute session.
Oh, stalled up there on the left-hand side. That was Miller, I think, or Clutterbuck.
I couldn't tell, mate. The cars look very similar. Clutterbuck's on the outside here. Bang, down the inside. Looks like Sagasa. I've got the run. Dyke is right behind him.
Already. He's up there with the Ford. He's 5th place already.
Yeah, no, mate. He's pushing super hard, super early. Darren Lobb's all over the back of him as well, mate. They're making moves early on in this session. I reckon they need to get in, get out, clear some space and make something happen at the moment.
Well, I'd say that some of the guys up front aren't going to fight them. They're just going to let them through because they know it's a tight track and it's just going to hold the field up. I mean, I know if I was out there, I'd do one of two things: let them through or start from the pit.
Mate, I'd do the third thing that you didn't think about. Sit there and drive the car sideways.
So the boys have taken off nicely. The MX Rap boys are already nice and clean. They're going through second and third. Miller, Van Dyke, and Lobb, by what I can tell. And here they come across the finish line for their first lap of the second feature. So up front, Zachary Vlasbaum, followed by Chris Miller, both capable drivers, followed by Sagasa, Clutterbuck, and in 5th Dyke. That is Stewart, Darren Lobb, Freeman, Gray, and Cifuentes. Rounds up your top 10.
I still love Cifuentes. I love it. Cifuentes,
So,
I love that name.
Apologise for the flashing that you may see out there, viewers, but it's something that's not to do with our stream. I'd say the iRacing server itself.
Yeah, a bit of technical issues going out there tonight, but you know what? It doesn't matter what's happening. We'll always be here, always be live, always be pushing to strive for excellence.
Amazing racing from our drivers. They're settled in. There's a bit of a gap opened up between 9th and 10th between Cifuentes and Gray, but the rest of the top 10 are pretty good. Vlasbaum is
just Miller and the inside. Miller
whopped places.
They're back again and again.
Yep.
Oh, look how close. Geez, he's pushing him around the corner, mate.
Cifuentes is going to drive through penalty for contact in lap 1.
Like around the outside. No, inside. Flashing side, the left side. Clutterbuck's looking to defend every which way he possibly can. As we hear and hear from our puppet master, he apologises. We are pushing through this one. We will make it work. Let's see here. Mr. Dyke just cruising, looking for some pushing under the back wing of Clutterbuck here. He'll be getting that aero disturbance. He'll be absolutely hating that for his understeer. But, you know, he'll be saving fuel at the same time, so it can pay dividends later on in the race. You can see just behind
See that little ridge there?
Yeah.
That's where a lot of drivers make the mistake and just go a little bit aggressive and get a bit of air like Clutterbuck just did. Then what it does, it just, that corner coming out of it slows you down and it gaps you, and you don't get that crucial bit to the last corner to make them pass when you get to the end of the last straight. So it's crucial to come through there clean.
Are these guys in front of here too wide, 2x2x2? Going through? Look,
they are
make it 3 wide.
2x2.
Dylan Gray's looking to make this. Dylan Gray's looking to make this interesting. Jamie Dyke's around the outside. Oh, there you go. So I told you it was a passing spot there. Bang.
It is early on. Definitely early on. But a lot of places pass this spot in the first 6 or 7 laps under a heat like this, especially when you've got a reverse grid. Have a look at this. Bumper to bumper. They're almost removing the decals off each other's bumpers at the moment, how close they are.
Yeah, well, from 5th down, mate, it's a fight.
Yeah, so it looks like YouTube was having a bit of a fit for us. That's what the situation was with people at home, so hopefully it's all good. There's a few little niggles that have been called in. Mr. Lob is still sitting in 6th place behind Jamie Dyke. Still a few boys thinking about diving here and there. No one really doing anything crazy at this point. One thing that we haven't had yet is a safety car.
Oh, which don't even say it. Don't even talk about it.
Well, I don't think we're going to get it. It looks like the boys are all settled, and you know what? They know what happens if you go off track here. It costs you pretty much the whole grid.
Oh, bloody hell! Matty Stewart on the power, man. Far out. His tyres will hate him. As Dylan Gray looks to make a move now and capitalise on those heat-soaked rears of Matty Stewart's MX Raps car. Pushing here with the LMR Esports livery on Mr. Dylan Gray here. Coming down the main straight into turn 1 and then into turn 2. Is he going to dive it? He's looking. Oh, a drive-through penalty for car 116 for contact.
Yep, J-Jack got the one for contact on lap 4. So, as we go through some of these corners, these guys that have tried to push too hard are going to start feeling it in the next lap or so, because their tyres are going to be screaming for pain. And the guys who have been trying to keep it smooth are going to start to pull away a little bit because their tyres are going to be weathered in and warmed up nicely.
Well, that's exactly right, mate. And if we ever look at Jamie Dyke, the way that he's been driving tonight, he hasn't been overly aggressive. He's just been chilling, looking to see where he can gain some places here and there. As we're on board right now with Dylan Gray. Is that?
This is the difference between. He's just had a little bit too much on the inside there.
Now that's what you call a bit too much jandle.
Yeah. That was very reminiscent. I thought I was in my car then. I probably wouldn't have saved it. Well done to Dylan to saving it, and I don't think it really cost him a spot. Which was. Yeah, it cost him one spot.
It cost him a lot of time. Sam Noble goes down his inside.
He's lots of spot here now, so his tyres are going to probably, if it was dirt related...
Lob and Freeman around each other. Here you go, Freeman down the inside. Told you that was a passing opportunity there. That seems to be Freeman's favourite spot. Here goes Lob down the inside. Oh, no.
It's not over. It's not over, and they're leaving each other racing room, which is amazing to see across a tight little chicane like that. That is amazing driving both, and I take my hat off to both of you guys. That was very clean. That could have gone wrong so easy in so many ways.
Yeah, Darren Lobb looks like his tyres are fresh. If Freeman can keep him behind, he might be a massive benefit later on the race, as we've seen in the first heat.
What's the prediction for pit?
Prediction would probably be around lap 20 to 25.
2025? I don't know what their burn rate is, so it'd be good to be able to find that out. We should have ducked in while we were on break to find out from one of the boys, but that's okay. The 2025, yeah, it'll be tight. It'll be interesting to see how it affects it, because is it going to be an overcut or an undercut? I think. Oh God, with the amount of cars on track, if you don't time your pit stop right, you can end up in a lot of traffic that is slow, especially for the front guys.
Dylan Gray nearly loose there on the grass on the inside there. Far out, man. These guys are pushing too hard.
Dylan's one of the guys that maybe he's gone on too hard too early.
I think he's still trying to find a rhythm. I feel like he's still trying to find a rhythm, or he's not happy with the setup. Or there's something else going on in the background. The car might have a few gremlins in it, you know. Because at the moment, you know, Sam Noble's sitting there just ahead of him, just cruising through life. Good jump on board here with Matty Stewart as we're watching him fight with Lob. Lob and Freeman look like they've got a bit of a gap between them as they push up on the back end of Clutterbuck. Hoping to push him out of the way, hopefully quicker. Sooner rather than later, I should say.
Holding ground.
Yeah, Jamie Dyke here, looking at P4 coming out of the back end of Chris Miller. Looks like they're going to get nice and toasty into turn 1 and 2 as we're coming around to the final sector of the track. Dyke will be looking for a nice lining up here, so you know he'll be looking for where's he quicker, what type of grip does the car ahead have. As you can see there, a little bit of understeer, a little bit of oversteer. Dyke's a little bit eager on the pedal there.
Close. That was really close to that wall in. Yeah,
definitely looking like a move. He
getting that close to the wall wouldn't help you at all.
No, it definitely wouldn't.
No.
As you can see here, who we got? We got Joe Mahoney and Reese DeGoey. Jesus, that car rides that curve amazingly.
Yeah.
It just floats. See the timing tower on the left.
DeGoey's out there, a new driver for Precision Racing with Tyson and his team.
Oh, well, there you go. He must be decent if he's up there in a decent team then, mate. You can see here you've got timing tower on the left. The colours in yellow are your pros. The colours in red are your AMs. All on there, and the numbers look a bit jumbled up, but they can assure you they are all done by class at the end of the day.
They definitely are. And the boys up front, when you look at Blasbom still sitting in second place, that is very impressive driving from him, sitting up there amongst the fast guys.
Yeah,
and Daniel Clutterbuck as well, sitting in sixth, so good on
Jamie Dyke just went off the inside of Miller and took that position away.
Yeah.
We'll tell you later, thank you very much. I want to get out ahead of these guys before they catch me. And Clutterbuck here, coming up, shooting for a replay.
That pass is crucial for Jamie, because Lob and Freeman they're just going to, the guys up front, sorry, not Lob and Freeman, the guys up front are going to just start gapping him otherwise, so.
Yeah, we can see here Dyke straight down the inside, not a fight, didn't even have a sniff afterwards, defended that line perfectly.
Very nice.
Down the inside, off you go.
So that was clear to Jamie.
Lob's got around Clutterbuck at some stage. Lob's around Clutterbuck. Clutterbuck's still looking to push up again. Still with his L plates on the back of that thing. There's a replay here of the overtake by the looks of it. Oh, look at this. There's just a car width down the inside. That is how you make a move.
I think he's
was
Clutterbuck.
Perfect. Yeah, Clutterbuck didn't expect it to be that high.
Yeah,
definitely.
There was not much room there. That was ballsy move. That was a very ballsy move.
It was. At this point in the race, you know exactly what your car's got. You know, you want to extract as much out of it. He knows that Jamie's gotten ahead of Mr. Miller there, so they'll be trying to push to catch him now, because at the moment he's the cork in the bottle as Mr. Dyke's starting to pull away and create a gap. Can hear Matt Stewart. Looks like maybe the inside down here. Thinks a lot better of it. Clutterbuck. You know what? We need to tell him to remove that whole plate from his number plate.
Oh, no, he's being out there.
Look, he's not learning anymore.
He's only new to the sim world too, man. So he's doing really well. I'm really impressed by his improvement this season. Really impressed. Nice. He's gone from a mid-pack amateur to title contender, which is spectacular. Spectacular. Good on him.
Nah, well, let's have a look here out of the final corner, see what Matty Stewart can do.
Miller's gone wide, and has he?
Yes, he's given. Oh, is he gonna defend it? Is he gonna defend it? Yes, he is. He's gonna fight that as much as he physically can. He's gonna look for that over/under. He's getting hung out wide to dry here, coming down under the bridge. Is he going to leave the door open for Lob? He's got the pass done. Lob's going to look to make the same move, round the outside. Lob's going for it. Miller's going to hold it. Miller's got it. Miller's going to lock this down now. He's going to give him no quarter.
Yeah, I know. I think Lob's going to keep pushing that.
That's it. Oh, Clutterbuck up the inside of both of them. Two birds in one stone. Contact on the rear. And bang. There it goes. They're still battling.
That was fantastic. By Clutterbuck. That was sensational. He took advantage of that and did really well.
Clutterbuck
really well.
His race
Rob made that pass through as well. So Miller's now dropped behind Matty Stewart too, so that cost him a fair bit those last few corners.
Yeah, it did. Here we go. Look at Mr. Dr. Nash looking to have a poke and a prod here at the Pro and the Am guys that are up here battling in this pack of absolute weapons. You know, sitting here watching this is getting fun.
Nash's promotion to Pro is, I think, stifled him a little bit. He's had a few mid-pack sort of finishes in the last 2 weeks, I think, but I should say last week. But hopefully he can get some consistency back and get some rhythm going.
No, I don't think that'd be right, mate. The promotion's usually a lot of pressure on these guys. You can see here, Lob's looking at Matty Stewart, and Matty Stewart's looking at Clutterbuck, and Clutterbuck just seems to be pushing too hard now. If you could hear me, mate, if I was his spotter, I'd be saying, mate, relax that throttle a bit. You need your ears to get out of the final corner to not let him have a look. I think he realises the guy behind him, Matty Stewart's a fast guy, so he's eventually just going to have to yield that position. Oh, mate, I would never yield a position unless you raised me for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying. You'll push yourself out to the wall.
Bloody mate, I will fight until I die. Literally, I will fight.
Stick his nose in and let him know that he's
smart. Will defend the inside. Beautiful. Clutter's looking for it. Matty Stewart looks for the over/under. It looks what I can tell.
No, that wasn't move on Matty. That was just Matty letting him know that, look, I'm here and I'm going to put the pressure on. But Matty was never going to go for that. It was way too far. But just letting him know.
Going to go around the outside. Wow, Matty can't do much about this.
Lob's a different story. Lob, if he puts his nose there, he knows he's going to.
He's back on the Stewart car now.
Go for it.
Well, look, here's the thing, right? You got a slower driver in front in Clutterbuck holding up Matty Stewart, which wants the position, can't make the move, because if he makes the move, Lob will be right there to capitalise on it.
Yep, and he has to make, Matty Stewart has to make this move clean.
Clutterbuck's backed out of it.
Oh, just pulled. Did he pull that out to let him through?
Pulled the pin? I think so.
Maybe his tyres are getting a bit too hot.
I don't know, unless he made a mistake.
Excuse me.
Did he? Yeah, he made a mistake.
He's probably just, he's had to let the jangle off to keep maintaining control. But you know what? That's not a bad thing for him. You know?
And there we go, back to Stewart and Lob. Now Stewart's got no one to fight with. He can just try and push away from Lob as hard as he can.
Because he's in a title contention position. He's sitting second at the moment. So fighting those guys was not going to do him any benefit to his title fight. He needs to maintain his tyres so when Nash catches him, he's got something to fight with.
Well, that's exactly right, mate. You know, Nash will be right on his rear end at some stage very, very, very shortly, as we can see here. Quash for the TMX Global Racing guys. Who's in front? Ty Delaney's in front. Geez, that was a fair bit of understeer from Ty's car. That's very uncharacteristic of a Fishy Motorsports car. Ty's very loose on exit there as well. Wonder if he's got some damage on the right-hand side of that car. Just doesn't seem like it's behaving the way that it should. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, it's a little bit. He might just. I'm not sure. It looks like the rear end's just played up a bit on him. He's a bit loose in the rear. He's got the car's very pointy, but that might also be his style. Yeah, some people like a pointy car for loose end, like you. You like the loose end on yours.
There we go. Lobs around Stewart, and then Stewart's looking to push him back. Hopefully there's we'll go to a replay of this and we can, as I say, it appears. Jeez, mate, down into turn 3 and into turn 4. Does he back out and let him have it? No, he doesn't.
He's right the second later, but he's got the B pillar. He's got the B pillar. He's given him room like he has to. Yep. And he's got no choice at this point. He knows that Lob's got him.
Yeah, they just have no grip left in those rears to fight it.
Matty Stewart's hitting in.
Matty Stewart's in. Nash is in. Noble's in. There you go.
Look at the pits.
This is the undercut strategy. The undercut around here, I think, is worth about 2/10 a lap on fresh tyres. So Dyke's looking to put. I reckon Dyke will come in this lap if he gets held up. I reckon Dyke will be in.
Yeah.
Overstepping that one there, nearly ended up in the wall. Dyke had to tap the brake there, and then you got Freeman on the back of Dyke. Dyke doesn't want to lose to Freeman because they're fighting for positions in the Pro Series, and then you got Valsboom sitting here trying to figure out what to do. He's just on the jandle too much, and then we got the blinky going on again as we're coming around through the final sector, coming into the final corner. I reckon Dyke's in. If Val's not in, Dyke's in. He can't be held up again. Oh, there's a massive accident into the pit lane, and it's blocked. That'll cause a safety car. That will cause a safety car.
This is the thing, right? On this track, you're crazy not to call I'm pitting in because it's part of the race line. Safety car's been called. That's going to cost Dikey because he's gone past the safety car now, and I don't know how RC's going to call this because have a look. He's slowed down, but he's not completely in the... When he's slowing down, he still had the left-hand tyres on the racetrack.
Yes, correct. I have a feeling that'll be a racing incident.
Jamie's not to know he's not going... Jamie's not to know he's pitting.
That might benefit Jamie, to be honest, because obviously he's...
It will, because Jamie's looking at that car saying, well, his tyres are on the left-hand side, still on track. I've hit him, but he hasn't entered the pit.
No, what I'm saying is, with the safety car situation, Jamie Dyke's got it sorted. Jamie Dyke's pulled probably 10 to 15 seconds on. He doesn't have to worry about anyone else catching him. Because if you think about it, the safety car was called when they were still green.
Yep.
So, Freeman pitted under green. Yeah, so you can see here, and Freeman's popped out behind everybody else and he can't overtake, so he can't use that pace advantage you'll have, and Jamie Dyke will just slide out of the pit lane behind Sagasa depending on fuel, and that'll do it. That'll be it. Sagasa's out of the pit lane. Where's Mr. Dyke? Dyke's pulling out now. Where have we got Mr. Freeman? Where's he on track at the moment? Just crossing the line now. You can see how much time that cost him.
Sagasa, Dyke, Lob, Freeman in fourth.
Oof, nah, Freeman got him.
Third. Freeman in third.
Oh, he was pushing to get that third spot so he could be behind Jamie again.
Okay, so Darren Lob has just called that in as based on that entry as he was going past.
Yeah, I reckon we'd have to get a replay of that from Mr. Freeman there and Darren Lobb to see what actually happened and where's the blend line in that case. See if we can ask the puppet master himself to bring that up on screen for us.
99. Yeah. Lobb's in front of Freeman. It's being called.
That entry there.
Sorted that out.
Yeah, they did. They sorted that out. Look, that is honestly the best way to go. It's a borderline situation. You don't want to give somebody a drive-through for that because at the end of the day, everyone's a driver. You're trying to make that race pace, as fast as possible. And, we're on lap 20. These guys will be home free for fuel. That's it, mate. She's show over. This couldn't have come at a better time. The people who ended it a couple of laps early, though, would have lost out a lot. They would have lost out massively, unfortunately.
4 and 9, 1, 1. So they're sorting out a few pit exit situations there and getting the boys back into the right order
of where they should be.
Yeah. So looking at the
Mr. Promo Department safety car sitting here. Look at this thing, mate. Look at that red up the back end of that. What else is on that promo? What else is on it? Who painted that thing, Steve?
That's what it cost all that money. I did the painting, mate.
You did the painting, mate. Look at that.
Yeah, I do all our cars. Yeah, I do all our cars. I think the next car I design will have to have like artificial grass on the as the paint job.
I reckon you put it on the rear wing, mate.
And when I spin, you won't see me on the graph. I see I'm just like I'm camouflaged.
Well, that's all right then.
Yeah. So they're doing a wave around. Car 36 is being waved around at the moment. Yeah, Mahoney is getting waved around. So the boys, what you'll see, viewers, now is the drivers all carry to the left, and the guys that are asking, some of them are asking. So what some of these guys don't realise is that you can't ask for a wave around.
No, correct. Race control will handle the wave around procedure as they do. They'll see who's a lap down and a lap behind at any one point.
So Vlasbom was the incident car, so he doesn't get a wave round. Incident cars don't get a wave round, so he'll be missing out on that. So he'll be a lap down, and so that incident on the pit entry has cost Zachary a fair bit.
Yeah, it definitely would have, mate. It's unfortunate.
Well, see, this is where you've got to, as a driver in a Pro-Am series, I'm not saying exactly the wrong thing, but this is where you've got to look at, when you're fighting with these guys up front, you've got to look at the overall picture. Where is your next amateur driver? And am I fighting a battle here that it's costing me tyre wear and fuel? Or do I let the faster car pass and tuck in behind him and use the drag as much as possible?
Yeah, well, I mean,
and get forward as much as possible.
Yeah, look, at this point in time, mate, it's a 15 minute. It's essentially going to be a 10-minute sprint.
I'm talking about the original part of the race that Vlasbom was in before. I personally would have let Jamie pass and get on the back of him and use him as a drag and get around the track. The second car's going in. Second car's going in now. I know you would.
Yeah. I would not, mate. I would have obviously slowed Jamie up and, you know, had him being caught by someone behind, and then those two could potentially make a mistake. As we can see, Jamie's going to be super aggressive.
If I was your team owner, I'd be telling you, listen, dummy, let him pass, get on his coattails, and you'll get a lot further up the field with him in front of you than trying to slow him down. And then if you slow him down, you're bringing up your next amateur driver up closer again. So you're defeating you're killing yourself at the end of the day. So you got to use these pro cars to your advantage.
Yeah, second car's in the lane. It's a green flag. Let's see, what do we have? Sagasa versus Dyke. What do we got? Dyke, look how close he is. He wants it. Is he going to have a wide entry or shallow? Is he going to wait to the line? Oh no, he's going to shoot straight away. Here we go. No, Dyke, he knows it. Dyke is on. They're both onto it. Here we go. Down across the line we go. Green flag. Matty Stewart straight to the inside to defend into turn 1 on lap 23. 27 minutes out of 40 to go. We're 12-minute sprint race here, ladies and gentlemen. Out of a 40-minute, Dykey wants that inside. The over-under's looking at it. Matty Stewart defends. Lob's right up the rear end now. Freeman's coming back around. They're all looking like they want to punch on here in the middle of the field, mate. Right at the end. Dykey's on Stewart's rear bumper as we look back through the field. Sagasa's rear bumper, I should say. But Stewart here looking at the back of Chris Miller, wanting to push that. Mr. Dr. Nash is right on the back of Stewart as well. You couldn't put a paper clip between these two, mate. They're all over it.
It's going to be like that for a little while. Let's just hope it stays clean. And no one...
Lob's on the back of Dyke, mate. All over him. Lob's looking in front, Jamie's looking in front and behind, Freeman's looking at Lob. I think Lob here's got the better pace because he had that amazing car in the short sprint early on. Remember that one when he had all these tyres?
Yeah, it's still early. Look at that bumper off Nash. He's going to just
Nash
chuck
is
out.
going to send it. Here he comes down into the turn. No!
Oh, no, he's thought better of it.
Yeah, he has.
You know what? If he would have sent it, he probably would have hit the car that's in front of.
Oh, he's run wide. He carried too much speed. No. Sam Noble's going to get him around the outside now. Noble's going to go. He's not sniffing, mate. He's defending super hard.
Nash has made it very difficult. Nash has given him room, but made it very difficult.
Fresh tyres, but don't forget, fresh tyres. Yep. What's he going to do? Can he hang it around the outside? Can he? No.
Around there. Well done.
Can he hang
it? That was nice work, Nashy.
I agree, mate. That was a clean, smooth save. I should say. Here we go.
57.
Lob's dropped back a little bit. Oh, big move from Sagasa there on the anchors. Dyke's got a run. Dyke's got a decent run in the slip. Sagasa's trying to break that, but you don't want to weave too much, because if you weave too much, mate,
He's allowed to do one.
yep, one to return to the racing line. Look at these two, mate. Dykey on the power a little bit early. He's squeaking it along there, mate.
Yeah.
Pushing. And we're hoping that
He's going to be tight for the rest of the race, but Lob's there as well. He's sniffing around with Freeman. Freeman is just checking Lob's O2 sensors on his exhaust, basically. That's how close he is.
Yeah, don't worry about it, mate. He's checking out the rear diff. To be closer than the O2s. Man, look at this. Isn't this great? Say, Mr. Puppet Master, can we ride on board with Jamie Dyke here? It looks like it's about to get super dicey. For Dyke in the Fishy Motorsports, number 80, we'll ride on board with these guys for a lap and let you guys have a listen and turn it up. Crank it all the way up to the max. We'll give you one lap, flat out.
So while you're listening to that, the incident between Zachary Vlasco and Jamie Dyke on the pit entry has been called a racing incident. So there's no further action. While we're watching this, Thomas Freeman has pirated Darren Lobb, but Darren Lobb has actually just called that pass into race control as well. So it's going to be just... The gasser is going a bit free there in the rear end, and Jamie should be able to take advantage of him here. If not this lap, the next lap, but he's...
Yeah.
Gasser's putting too much attention to what Jamie's doing at the moment.
Yeah, exactly, mate. You can see on that lap there. Here we go, the Darren Lobb and Freeman pass. Let's see what happened here. Down there, so, rear quarter panel tap. Oh, I don't know how race control's going to see that one, mate. I'd hate to be in their shoes, though, because that was a bit of how's it going, mate. It looks like Lobb turned down.
Yeah, it looks like Lobby's turned down on him.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, look, I'd leave that to race control, mate. Dykey here all over the back of him. Lobb and Freeman are swapped back around. I wonder if they were told to readdress.
I think he was told to readdress.
That's fine, mate. Dyke is all over the back of Mr. Sagasa here. I think Sagasa's rear end's a bit loose. They'll be nice and light on fuel. Jamie would be loving it. Jamie would love it. So when that safety car was called, Jamie would have been able to organise, obviously, the less fuel in the car. And Lobb would have had that issue. He would have come in under green, and it would have had an issue with fuel. It would have added too much. Yeah, you can see down there, race controls popped up there. Car 8 readdressed with car 99, which has happened, which is quite good. You can see here, Mr. Sanfuentes down. Have a look here. Then to turn 3 we go. Looking at Ty Delaney as we jump aboard with Dr. Nash again. Looking at, is that a Mr. Clutterbuck again? It is. The Clutterbuck, Miller and Stewart train is happening right now. Have a look at this, mate. Look, Dr. Nash. And then, yeah, you've got your, Sagasa, Dyke, Lobb, Freeman in a pack, followed by your Miller, Stewart, Clutterbuck, Nash. Sam Noble's there or thereabouts right behind this set, looking to join onto the tail end as he's going to have a nice look at Nash's rear end. Nash loses a rear a little bit coming out of the final corner there. Sam Noble might get a run on him down the straight. As we're on board here with Stewart as he's looking to go down the inside of Miller. Is he going to send it? No, he thinks better of it, backs out of it, leaves him a little bit vulnerable to Mr. Clutterbuck.
Have a look at that back in the front and how close they are
Oh,
system with every corner.
Lob's locking up all over the joint. Sagassa's a
Yeah.
cork in the bottle at the moment. I think Sagassa's tyres are done. He's been pushing too hard.
Well, so was Lob. He's watching Jamie's braking and then also being aware of where Freeman is putting his car at the same time. So he's in all sorts of pain at the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Jamie needs to pass Sagassa real quick because
Mate, I don't think there's any more
now.
paint left on the rear bumper of Sagassa's car at this moment in time.
Yeah, it looks fresh as a daisy to me.
Does it though? Does it? With those breathing snout of that Mustang coming down on that car, mate, you would be scared. He's the Funky Miller, mate. Quantum Pecky's Performance Racing, looking to come and defend from Mr. Clutterbuck himself. Looks like Noble and Nash here are got their own little battle pack going. Hopefully Nash is looking to close up in the back of Clutterbuck. General Drag, Mr. Noble with him, and then you got Michael Quash behind these guys with Mr. Jackson, Wilkinson, Delaney, Fuentes, Hayden, DeGoey, Cowie, Mahoney, and Daly rounding out your top 19 drivers, with Valsblom in P20 at the moment. Set the front end battle pack here. Mate, Freeman and Lob. What is going on with these guys? They're like magnets.
They are like magnets. They're right on each other's pace.
Oof.
And it's going to stay like that for another
Bosch on the back of
7
Noble.
lap.
Is Noble saving fuel, or is he backing off? Has he got an issue? Did he make a mistake? I cannot tell. Oh my god!
That was close. What's going on here? Who's that far left car?
I mean,
That was like...
if you're gonna overtake
That
someone,
Nash?
mate, that's definitely not the way you want to do it.
Nash, he's he's going to take it. He's done it.
Yeah.
Well done.
What happened? That was a bit of sideways action.
That was some nice movement.
It was, mate. Bit of left, bit of right. Don't worry about it.
When I saw them coming out of the corner, I thought he's taken a really hard line inside, but it worked for him.
Yeah, it definitely did. You can see here Freeman on the back of the Lob. Still inches apart. Dyke and Sagassa, inches apart. There's a small gap between Dyke and Lob, which is, probably good news for Jamie at the moment. He need to push as hard as he can to try and figure out where there's a gap. Coming in with 3 minutes left to go, I'd say there's going to be about 3 laps left. Sagassa's rear tyres look like they're destroyed. These rears are just done. Jamie's not even looking at any of the slipstream. He knows that he's going to try to get this position. He may even look to get it on the final lap, potentially.
I'm not sure why Sagassa does that move, because it's really not benefiting. What it's doing is putting his car out of balance as he's getting to the final corner, to the first corner. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's doing him less benefit than good at the moment.
Well, I mean, look, it's got to be doing some benefit because Jamie's not around him yet. You can see the top 3 there, top 4 line astern, mate. You're looking at the world's most expensive car park right now. Oh, Freeman pushing a little bit too high, a bit loose over the top of the hill there. Down into the dip we go around to come into the final sector of this car. Jamie looks like he's rapid through here. Just can't find a way around him. And looks like we're closing into 2 minutes. I don't assume there's 2 laps left. Jamie's looking to go for it. Dr. Nash looks like he's going to go for a move here on Mr. Jackson. Yes, he is. He's going to go over under. Can he get a better run? Can he get the push out of the corner there? Mr. Nash was nice on the power, looking for the toe. Hopefully it'll benefit him down the end of the straight here on lap 33 with 38 minutes on the clock out of 40. Coming into turn 1, pushing into turn 2. Is the pressure going to mount? Oh, Stewart's on the back. This is a 5-car battle pack for the lead. This is a 5-car pack for the lead. Look at that. Nearly 6 if you're going to get Miller in here. Clutterbuck's looking to come up onto this one. Sagassa's tyres must be absolutely destroyed at this point in time to be letting these guys catch up. He'll be holding on for dear life as we fly into the final minute of this race. This should be white flag lap coming around as they cross the line, if my calculations are correct. Jamie Dyke, Fishy Motorsports, Brad Sagassa, MX Wraps, Darren Lobb in the DPR, Mr. Freeman with the no livery. Sagassa's portion. He wants this W. We don't know if Barney threw that white flag. We hope he did, because this is going to be one hell of a race. Final lap from race controls. It's been thrown up there. I don't think Jamie's got enough on him. I think Jamie's worried about Lob. Oh, Lob's gone deep. There's contact. Matty Stewart. There's no compensate. There's action behind. The two guys are taking each other out. Matty Stewart.
Up in there.
Straight up into P3. Good job there, Matty Stewart, with your head screwed on, mate. And here we go. Mr. Freeman's going to be looking at this. I reckon race control will get called about that one. That was a bit of argy-bargy. Let them deal with it. As you can see, Mr. Freeman is now in P4. Lob P5. Matty Stewart's just gone, hey boys, thanks for moving over. I'll take P3. Coming into the final corner. Is he going to dive it? Is he going to dive? Who's going to come out the other side?
This is Brian Sagassa coming home in third place at Oran Park, followed by Jamie Dyke and third, Matty Stewart. Closely contested by Darren Lobb and Miller trying to make a stretch for that last pass.
Freeman's been taken out. Freeman's been destroyed. Can we get a replay of that final corner with Freeman there, Mr. Puppet Master, if you don't mind, my friend?
That was amazing. Well done, guys. That was some killer stuff out there.
Yeah, no, that was a pretty good race tonight. Here comes a replay of the final corner. Between Freeman, no, not the final corner, sorry. Coming into turn 3. What's going on here? Freeman's just let him through. Freeman had an issue, maybe?
He might have sustained some damage early on.
Potentially, or he might have been running out of fuel. Here we go. Yeah. Here's a replay of the final corner that I was excited to see. It feels like a bit of argy-bargy as Lob looks to the... Lob sent it. Lob has sent it down the inside. That's huge contact. Driven straight into his front. Oh! That car definitely has seen better days at this point. My God, what a controversial end to the race that was, mate. See all the guys coming around now into the pit lane.
Should see how it goes. So, ladies and gentlemen, our feature race, the second heat for the evening, has finished with Brian Sagassa in first place and Jamie Dyke in second, Matty Stewart in third for the pros, with Chris Miller, Sam Noble, G. Wilkinson, Fuentes, Coleman, Tannick and Jones riding out the pros.
You're not saying it right, Steve. It's Sanfuentes.
No, it's Cifuentes, mate. David Clutterbuck has made top spot, and David Nash second, and Ty Delaney third, followed by Kwashi Jackson, Hayden, Cowan, DeGoey, Daly, Vlasbom and Gray. That was a pretty good drive by Daniel Clutterbuck.
Yeah, it was, mate. He had all the pressure in the world on him.
Cifuentes, the N is silent. Cifuentes.
Mate, I'm calling him Sanfuentes. All right.
Let's have a chat to him. I'll find out. Little boys celebrating here. I'm loving it. This is reminiscent of what we saw on Thursday night.
Mr. Jamie Dyke ripping it up as he does.
Yeah. Well done. There's a great battle at the top there. Those top 4 cars really put on a show at the front of the pack. But I'll tell you what, mid-pack, back the pack, battles left, right and centre, and hat off to all the boys. Well done. Some amazing racing out there, guys. Some amazing racing. Congratulations.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I reckon it was pretty good and hard racing, but fair racing for the majority of the night. Yeah, obviously big shout out to Dragon RC for being a round sponsor, Racecraft Simulations for the qualifying, and SRW TV for putting the show on, and all the guys that support us here at the lovely channel that we try and host for all you lovely guys to watch 7 days a week. And yeah, a lot of sponsors loving life.
Yeah, well, look, without them, we don't really exist. It's all about putting on the show for the community and giving these guys an opportunity to feature their own sponsors and to race and enjoy it.
Nah, that's exactly right, mate. Without sponsors, mate, we're just another guy live streaming some stuff.
We're not just another guy live streaming some stuff, mate. We are a community, supporting a community, showing everyone what's going on out there in the real world. Yeah, Koshi done really well. Tom Wayne's got himself a podium. Oh, someone's in the green room. Let's get.
So at the moment we're looking. We're just waiting for the gentlemen to jump out of their cars, get out of their race suits, and have a quick drink before they jump down and have a chat with us, mate. Because I know the one thing I hate doing. As soon as you finish the race, you pull into the pit. You're like, bang. Hey, mate, how was your race? How did you go? You get a 2-3 minute respite, and so you can calm your nerves.
I'm trying to work out how you would know, mate, because I can't remember the last time you got on a podium.
Wow, mate! Listen, bud. If you go back a couple of seasons before I went to AFK, mate, you'll see me up there a fair bit.
Yeah, you do. I do remember that, mate, but I had to take the opportunity while I could. Let's see if we can get Ty up here, or one of the other boys, to get these interviews rolling. Yeah.
Yeah.
So bring someone in for a bit of a chin wag so that we can burn some oxygen. The grid, as we saw it previously, they've got Mr. Quash in the room for us at the moment, but I believe Quashi finished fourth, I believe.
Situation right now. We're trying to figure out what's going on because up here in the Commonwealth skies,
we'll give it to you, Dan. It was a good effort of trying to cross across the Formula One.
Look, I'll try every time.
It's 2 hours, 2 o'clock in the morning when the race is on, I believe. So everyone will be. Let's do the Pro Boys. We might have to give the amateurs a miss tonight because the boys are all over the shop. Maybe do the Pro Boys and the winner of the amateurs. Throw someone in, Puppet Master.
Mr. Matty Stewart. What'd you do?
What's that?
What did you do?
Oh, man, I was forward, man, trying to just hold on to the car, to be honest, and avoid the calamity.
We could see that one, mate.
Holding up?
What's that?
How were the tyres holding up?
Yeah, not too bad. Like, I'm pretty good at trying to save the tyres. I try not to lock them as much as I can, but yeah, the car was on form tonight, which I'm really happy with. I was just had the flow going and just lucky on the last lap there. Freeman and Lob getting together, and I managed to make a pass, which, I was stoked with that. I didn't see that coming, but yeah.
Was that a 3 get out of jail one, wasn't it?
Oh, man, I don't know what was going to happen there when Freeman sort of got caught up. I seen him go sideways, and I was expecting him to come across the track, but lucky for me, he didn't, and I just raced on.
Mate, we were cheering from you when you went through there, buddy. We were like, oh, he's got eyes everywhere and in the back of his head as well.
Yeah, I mean, like those boys are tough to race against, and if they hadn't have made a mistake, there's no way I would have made a pass on them.
Nah,
well, that's the thing, mate. You weren't lucky. You had your car in the right place at the right time. That's what racing's about, and you took advantage of the situation, and you took it all the way to the checkered flag.
Yeah, I'm bloody stoked, mate, to get a podium wrapped. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So that points are pretty crucial for you at this point for the season. I think you're sitting, I mentioned earlier, sitting in top spot and finding your way for another title by the look of it.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, Dykes, Dykes like he's bloody quick in that car. So, yeah, I just got to try and stick with him, and then I might have a chance at least at a podium at the end. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Well, keep the doors open, make the car as wide as possible.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, mate. Well, good luck for the rest of the season. You want to say g'day and thank you to any supporters out there?
Yeah, just a big shout out to the 1-9 boys. Yeah, it's great to have these guys to race with in the series and that. And yeah, also MX Wraps. Yeah, pretty much just, yeah, cheers to you guys for putting on the broadcast and all the admin team, and cheers to the drivers too. There's some great racing, great battles tonight, and yeah, well done to the rest of the podium too.
Well, mate, when you watch it back, you'll see how great the racing was from you guys all the way across. It was tight everywhere, so it was hats off to the drivers for putting on an amazing show.
Yeah, she's a hard track to get past on, and yeah, I'm just glad that everyone drove relatively clean tonight, which is great. There was no big turn one bingles that I'd seen, so yeah, it's great.
Excellent, mate. Well, good luck for the rest of the season.
Cheers, guys.
See you, mate. Oh. Mr. Dyke.
Oh, how we going?
Good. You sound pumped up, mate.
Yeah, just talking to Sagassa about epic racing.
Mate, that was so. Mate, we were going on and on about that. That was some fantastic, cool, calm, collected moments from the both of you there. I feel like, if any one of you's lost your head for a second, it would have ended up in a wall. But yeah, how'd you see it, mate?
Yeah, it was good. Very, very hard to pass around Oran Park. And obviously he's been working on his defending.
Yeah,
and
you reckon?
yeah. He's seen how I do it, and you're like, oh, it's legal, I'll do it, and well, it works. So he raced very well. Him and Stewie had mega pace. Freo and Lob had mega pace. They just kept on coming into contact with each other. And I wish I was on the right setup for race one.
Yeah, look, man, we can tell you were struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
What was wrong with the setup, mate?
So the setup that I had was way too stiff at the front, so it wouldn't turn.
I did see you bin it on the last corner. I think it was your second last hot lap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing there. Turn 1, turn 3, and then I got onto the other setup, and it was on rails. It was stiff in the rear, so you had to be gentle on the throttle. But other than that, it was pretty good.
Yeah, nice. You could see the cars was driving a lot different from one race to the other. The way you were turning in was a lot better. Well, that's good, mate. That puts you still in a title fight, coming in second. So I believe it's.
Actually, you want to know something interesting, Stephen?
Yes, tell me. Yes.
That hasn't taken into account drop rounds yet.
Yep.
And what are we, round 7?
Yes.
Yes, so drop rounds should be calculated at the end of this round, and I should be ahead because I had a DNS. Where Stewie hasn't had a DNS. He's raced every race, so he has to drop some points, and I don't.
Well, there you go, mate. That's going to be nice and tight at the front then, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
I'll be watching that ladder.
I think the difference between us is like 5 positions. It's not much. It's close.
Yeah, it is. It's very close. It's 5 positions at the moment, 100%.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. The last 3 races of the season is going to be a bit of a dogfight all the way to the end by the look of it.
I think so. It should be very good.
Judging the way the driving's been going this season, the close racing that we've seen with all you guys and clean racing, just really, really clean racing amongst guys that are like, 1/100th apart, virtually putting a Mustang, branding on the back of a car in front of you. It's crazy how close you guys are driving. I don't know how you guys do it, but I'm really looking forward to the next 3 races. I think it's going to be epic battles all the way through.
What do we know what next round is by chance?
Oh, that is a very
yes.
It looks
Both of them
Sandown.
awesome tracks. Yes.
Sandown and
Sandown.
Alton Park.
Yeah.
And are you a fan of Alton Park, Jamie?
Yep.
He is fan.
Oh,
Are you a fan?
no
What are
wonder
you a fan of? Sandown or Oran Park?
I don't know. Sandown I love, but Alton Park I'm quick. So I don't know.
I think Sandown is where Coleman's going to put his hat in the ring as well.
Yeah, he can out qualify me around Sandown. And what the last round is?
Yeah.
What's the last round?
That's
really anyone's,
baby.
that's anyone's race, really. Everyone's quick there.
100%.
Yeah.
Except
Awesome.
for me, mate. I'm super slow.
What an epic run to the end of the season. I think viewers out there, family and friends of races, get onto it because the next 3 rounds are going to be epic.
Should be, as long as they don't, pull away.
As long as you don't get sick again.
That's all right in the Supra.
He did look like he was fast and furious.
Yeah,
Wow.
he didn't pick a car. He just kind of went click, click, in you go. He said he's lucky he didn't get the Beamer.
Oh, wow.
Silly man. All right, mate. We'll let you go. Keep an eye out for the next show of Channel 31. Someone you know might be on there. Just quietly, keep it under your hat. But thanks for another awesome show, mate. And do you want to thank your supporters of your amazing fishing videos?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Infinity Designs, Precision Sim Training, TC Shades, Relax Marina Game Fishing, Adrenaline Images, West End Motor Group, and Battery Warehouse Early Beach, and Freo for letting me know which setup to run race 2. That got me the round win, so thank you, Freo.
Cool, mate. All right, good luck for the rest of the season, mate. We'll be watching with bated breath.
Thanks, mate. Have a good one, guys.
Cheers. Mr. Sagassa, congratulations on another Top Step podium, mate. How did it feel?
Scary having the. I call them the big 3. They are so quick, and I was a little bit of poo came out.
Mate, didn't I tell you about 4 rounds ago that was your round where you made the next step up? Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yep.
With the fight with Jamie, and mate, I don't know why you're talking about the big guys behind you because you're one of the big fish you're one of the big guys at the front, mate. You drove the pants off that car, and I swear if it wasn't the videos, I reckon you had the left and right doors open so that he couldn't pass you because you did an amazing job keeping Dikey behind you, mate.
Oh yeah, he's a great driver. I can definitely trust him. Racing him recently, not to make a ambitious dive bomb. So we were talking in the green room, saying that he pushed me down one of the straights. He said if you push me a little bit, bigger into that one of those corners, he would have had me. But but he's a great driver. I have a lot of respect for him.
A lot of respect, isn't there?
Oh, for sure. It's great respect from all those guys.
It is, and you know what? You can, as a commentator and people out there watching, it's easy to see because you can see some of these corners side by side where you can't really fit 2 cars on a track like this, and we're giving each other room, and it's amazing to watch on screen and to think the level of control you guys are doing. It must be nerve-wracking. Are you on the edge of your seat? Are you sweating through this race at the moment? Is that how intense it is?
Oh yeah, I'm death gripping the steering wheel around every corner, and You just have to modulate the throttle out of every corner, because if you put a little bit too much throttle, you go around just like that.
Yeah. And you can see you guys have got some amazing throttle control. I wish I could control my throttle half as good as you guys do. It's amazing. So the title fight, I'll have a look at Jamie's just told us that with the drop rounds coming, it's putting him in a really good position because he's had one round already dropped.
Yeah.
I'll have a look and see where you're sitting, but you're sitting in the top 5 as well at the moment, so you're contending as well.
Yeah. I'm just trying to, be the rear gunner for my teammate Chili Bin. Oh, we call him Chili Bin, Matty G.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just he's a top driver as well, and he's trying to fight for another championship this season. So I'm just trying to support my way through it with him.
So you're going to be his wingman, mate.
Oh, for sure. He's really wanting this championship this season. He's really pushing for it, and I'm trying to support him through it.
Is it going to come to the bit where you guys are going to make a bit of a Team Warner thing where you're going to let him through?
Depending on the championship, I want to win as much as he does. So we'll see how that goes when it comes to it.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. We'll be looking forward to hearing the story behind that story as the race to the championship goes. So we're at Oran Park, Alton, then Bathurst.
Oh,
so be an epic run home for you.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a tough last couple of rounds.
Is the practice going to increase?
To be honest, we haven't really practiced week in and week out. We just kind of just hop in, just grab a random setup and just hope for the best.
Yep. All right. Well. Yeah. That might change next season when it gets tougher. I'm just watching you go around that corner and getting a wheel in the air on the inside of who's that on the inside?
Oh, that was Zachary Flasblom.
Oh, Zach Vasblom. Yeah. That was a great little move there. I don't know how you maintain control of the car because you're on 3 wheels for that corner.
Oh, that was a desperate moment right there. I wasn't really planning on it. I kind of had everything locked up coming into that corner, and I was just trying to pull her up so I didn't spear Zachary.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, beautiful racing, mate. Do you want to thank anybody in particular?
I obviously want to thank our main sponsor, MX Wrapped. They've been sponsoring us since late last year, and they've been a great sponsor. If you guys need a motorbike detail, these are your guys.
No worries, mate. It sounds good. We might have to reach out to them because I've got a wish to have our real SRW car out there roaming the streets of Victoria, New South Wales, and Queensland. That'd be awesome to have. Mate, good luck for the rest of the season, and all the best. And enjoy it and have fun, mate. Number one thing.
Thank you, guys. It has been a lot of fun so far.
Take care, mate.
Thank you.
So we've had a lot of calls out there. For I think that must be Mr. Delaney, Blake, calling out for we want Ty. Want Ty. Is it any just in the room at all?
Yeah. We've got the grid. We've had Dan had to vacate, so I've jumped on the mic. Good evening, everybody. As we bring in our AM podium, which was Daniel Clutterbuck P1, Ty Delaney P2, and Michael Quash in P3. So let's bring in Quashy and have a chat.
Quashy. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good. How are you guys?
Good, mate. Good. What's Team MX Global Racing is? What are you guys taking over the amateur division, mate?
Yeah. I get the feeling Clutterbuck's probably maybe sniffing on a promotion soon. I think with his run of form.
If he wins a title, he will. Yeah, if he wins a title, he will. But he might be smart and just miss a couple of races at the very end, so he doesn't.
It's funny you say that. I think he might not be around because of the long weekend next week. So I don't know if that's planned or if that's just bad timing.
Yeah, well, he's going to have a drop round anyway, so it'd be interesting if he's taken it or not. How was the race for you, mate? Was it nail biting all the way through, or?
Oh, it was chaotic. I've had issues with my pedals last week and this week, and so I only got one lap of quali and with a bad frame rate and no brakes. So it's kind of just scrambling around to try to get that sorted before the race. Luckily, it came through, but didn't map my I lost all my steering wheel settings somehow with all that, and so I had no handbrake, so I had to jump start at the start on the sprint race, and then I was already staying at the back, so it was just clawing back, making up for all of that through the main race.
Well, yeah, what podium at the end of all that hard work and all that grief that you went through, mate, it was well worth it.
Yeah. I'm just glad I got the brake feel back and managed to get through it. I think I still wasn't too happy with turn 1 into turn 2, but I managed to survive, which is good.
Excellent, mate. How are you enjoying the series?
It's good. Really competitive. Very competitive. I think the pros are obviously way off ahead, but even in the AMs, it's a nice even field. Well, not even field, but it's there's close racing everywhere, which is good.
Yeah, and fair too. So it looks like the AM boys are sort of settling. But one thing I have noticed is that the AM boys have lifted up a level this season. Is between top and 18th, there was only 1 second difference in the quali time from the very top to the very end. So that's not a hell of a lot. Yeah,
exactly. Especially for an AM class, you'd think there'd be people that are all different skill levels, but to have times that are in such a narrow window, it's really good.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, mate. Great to see you finishing on a podium. Getting some results is awesome. Do you want to thank anyone out there for your support?
Yeah, cheers, guys. Just I'd like to thank Clutters as always, just for we're not pros in any nature. We're just here to have fun, and Team X Global for letting us slap their logo on our cars.
Excellent, mate. Well, enjoy it and keep enjoying, mate. Good to see you out on track. Have fun.
Cheers, Jen. See you next week.
Cheers, mate.
All right, Stephen. Time to bring in the young gun. Everyone's asking for him from Fishy Motorsport. Young Ty Delaney in the room. Mate, well done tonight. How was it?
Thank you. Yeah, it's a very tough track, so it was hard to navigate my way around. But if you go off track, then you're basically gone. So I just tried to stay on track and do the best I could.
Nice drive, mate. Very nice drive. You sort of went under the radar a little bit there. First heat, I noticed you had no bonnet. Was that right?
I didn't have a very good start to that race, and a not very good start to this race either.
Yeah. So, what was the plan for the second race? Just to stay a bit cleaner?
I definitely tried, but there's still a few pieces in between where I just wasn't able to keep it on track.
Yeah, we just watched one of them on screen.
Yeah, a little bit of fishy sideways there. Who's been your main driver you seem to be coming up against at the moment for you in the series?
I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention because I've been up and down. I've
seen you have a few battles with Cowie, and you've handled him like a pro. And he's fairly experienced driver who calls himself average, but he's not really average. So I think you've gone next level this season, mate. I think your confidence level's grown a lot by looking at your driving. I think at one point last season you were just a bit faster than me, and now you're like F me behind, mate. I think I've gone backwards. Are you practicing more, or is it Dad helping you focus more, or is it the boys and Fishy in general just all mentoring you and giving you tips here and there?
Yeah, well, first of all, Cowie's a crazy fast driver, so I've tried to keep up with him the past few weeks. And the boys and Fishy are really helping me keep up with some of the drivers and helping me put in the hours and get better as a driver. Yeah.
So they tag teaming, they sort of taking whenever you're on track, someone else pops in and gives you a bit of a tip here and there, or they're all crashing down the door trying to get there and help you.
Yeah, they're all helping me with like being my own crew chief, Dad especially, and they're just really good drivers to drive with and against.
Is that why Dad's not racing at the moment? He's been focusing on you.
Well, he's got a bit of an ankle injury at the minute, so he'll be back in the sim hopefully soon and be able to help me out a bit more there.
Yeah, nice. How's I know I'm digressing. I'm from sim racing. How's the go-karting going?
Pretty good. I start next term because I go every second term, but yeah, it's very fun.
Yeah. Have you been you fighting for titles when you're out there, or is it just purely for fun, or you're starting to get a bit serious?
Yeah, I'm always going to try and win the races, but with this league that I'm in for go-karting, we don't have a title or a series. We just try and race as fast as we can, and whoever wins.
Wins, and you just celebrate at the end of the day and have a bit of fun.
Yeah, heaps of fun.
Yeah, that's good to hear, mate. It's good to hear. Look, mate, congratulations. It's good to see you out in the podium. I've promised I won't talk about you as much because that'll put the moz on you. We don't want to do that. Now you've got as an official Fishy Motorsports driver and champion and podium winner, you need to thank your sponsors, mate.
I'd like to thank Parramatta Peugeot Professional, Parramatta City Great Wall Haval, Parramatta Isuzu Ute, DC Shades, Relax, Precision Sim Training, Infinity Designs, West End Motor Group, and most of all, Fishy Motorsports.
Well done, mate. You're a legend in the making, and I hope your dad's proud of you. I'm sure he is. Give him a good kick in his sore ankle so he stays off track for a bit more for you. And good luck with the rest of the season, dude.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Well done, Ty.
All right. Cheers, mate.
All right, Stephen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, remember that name. Remember that name, people. Ty Deloney, future champion.
Yeah, future champion. But Daniel Clutterbuck with the pole win tonight. How was it out there, mate?
Yeah, good. I'm glad you made me wait for the interview. My heart rate has only just returned to normal, I reckon.
You're welcome. There was a little confusion over who the AM podium was, so we just had to get clarity, but we had the pro AM, so I had the pros in, so we figured we'd get through them and leave you guys just sweat it out a little bit, and it's probably good for you, mate. But why is the heart rate so high? Is it the first win in SAW or just a good race in general?
I think it might be my first win, but it was just trying to keep up with the top pro guys. That was absolutely insane. That was the most stress I've been under in a race for a very long time. They are quick, and I just did not want to screw up anyone's race.
That is your first win, mate, and congratulations. Get on the podium, and I think you're very close to your first title, dude.
Wow, yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah, they don't all go this way. I think I don't know what it was. This track just clicked for me tonight. Loved it, and yeah, hopefully I can keep it up.
Well, you're passing your pressure you absorbed in that feature race for the probably Rob, maybe first 10 laps, 15 laps was immense. So if you can survive that, man, that's taking you next level.
Yeah, I think I'm just lucky that those guys know what they're doing and weren't going to punt me off the track. It's I was a bit, especially that feature race starting third or whatever it was. I just thought, geez, there's a lot of quick guys behind me. I hope this ends well.
Mate, you did exceptionally well. Lesser guys would have probably, like myself, started from the pit. But you did really well too. You did really, really well, mate. You did. I think the only reason they got past for you in the end was because at the back S's, I think you touched the grass a little bit, and you just had to back off the pedal, and that opened the door for them, and that was it. Apart from that, mate, it was flawless.
No, cheers. Like I said, I'm pretty happy. I felt like it was a good, consistent race. I think the consistency was mainly there. But I was very, very surprised towards, I can't remember what lap it was. I saw Quatchy about a second and a half behind me. I thought he started last or second last. So shout out to him. He had a cracking race.
Yeah, he made his way through the field really nicely, mate. So the next few rounds is Sandown, Oran Park, and Bathurst. How do you like those tracks?
I'll probably just have to miss them all so I can drop down the order and stay in the AMs, I think.
I did suggest that to Quashy.
No, I like Sandown, but I am going to miss next weekend's one, I think. But the last two, I love Oran Park. I'm not very good at it, but it's just an awesome track. Love that one, so I won't miss that for the world. And the big final race is still not one I'm very experienced at, and especially given it's an enduro, that's I've just got to work on my focus and maintaining a focus over a long race. So that'll be a bit of practice going into that one, I think.
Well done, mate. Well done. Do you want Rob? You got any more questions?
No, I mean, I'll let the man shout out his sponsors and go and celebrate with the team, man. That's all there is.
Yeah, great team event tonight for you guys.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you to TMX Global Supply Chain Consulting. I think, as I mentioned last week, still waiting for your call, Stephen. If you're needing some supply chain advice, by all means, give us a buzz. And as usual,
mate, I'm there.
Good. I'll wait for your call. And well done to Quatchy again, mate. It keeps things interesting. It's always good having a chat with him during a race and having a bit of fun. So, yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Everything you guys do. This is an awesome league.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy it, mate. I'm glad you're having fun, most importantly, because that's what we're about. And when you watch this back, you'll enjoy the race, mate. You featured quite a fair bit in it, mate. You did really well. So congratulations.
Thanks, gents. I'll go watch it now while I'm waiting for the F1 to start, I think.
Yes, same here.
Well done, Daniel.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks, mate.
Well, Stephen, another first, mate. Another first. It's been a week of first here at SRW. We've had podiums, we've had wins, we've had everything going on. We need to keep this record going because this is fantastic racing throughout the week. This is just some of the best that I've seen personally.
It is. It's getting better and better. I mean, people were like hanging on us for picking the tracks we picked, but it's made for some amazing racing, man. It really shows the quality of drivers we have and the respect the drivers have for each other. I mean, the battling all the way through. The only one who was missing tonight was Mr. Tannock, just to make it a bit more spicier. Then it would have been like 6 or 7 in that chain at the front. I think he was having internet issues. So, dude, I'm a proud dad when I come out on a Sunday night and I watch what's going on and I see what's gone on during the week. We've had a lot of guys that have had their first top step podiums. I can't even remember them all anymore. But it's been awesome.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic week here at SRW TV, and it's not over yet, is it? We got plenty more coming in the next couple of days, are we?
Yes, we do. So we're down. This is the last race for round 7. So we've got 3 rounds to go, and followed by Tuesday night amateurs at Sandown.
Sandown.
Is that right, Rob?
Yeah, Sandown. No, Sandown first.
Yeah.
That's going to be
that's going to be spectacular for the AMs. Really good. Then we've got Wednesday night, the TCRs and the Formula 3s. Both been epic races to watch. Formula 3 has gone next level, crazy fast. That is viewing, and the amount of cars on track has gone off the hook. Then Thursday night, we've done something a little bit different this season. We had the hypercars, or whatever they call the prototypes out there, but we've gone and done the jump session at Bathurst. We did the burnout session last week, and then this week we are going to be doing drag racing. So watch out for the posts. Go watch the top 10 of the jumps. The top 10 of the burnouts will be out on Thursday night. And come join us Thursday night because it's going to be spectacular. And then we'll have the GT3s, and then back here next Sunday for another epic race at Sandown. Yeah.
Oh, wait. This is going to be a big week. Oh, I don't need the break. I just want this action to keep flowing because it's so good, it's so clean, and it's just going to, as you said before, it's going to another level. F3s is just elevating. These guys on a Sunday night are just absolutely taking it to another level. This racing has just been fantastic. But who's making it all possible, Stephen?
These drivers.
Oh, yeah, these drivers are crazy. They're good. They're hanging in. Some of the AMs are mixing it right up. They're up in the top 5 or 6 of the pro guys as well. So they're making it really difficult for the pro guys to run away with it. But, so who's making it possible, Stephen, for us to keep doing this day in and day out?
Well, we can't go past the SimRigs V8 Supercar Pro AM Championship Series. Thank you for SimRigs. Our racecraft sponsor for our qualifying sessions and our top 10 shootouts are an amazing bunch of people as well. They're also supporting us with giving away a sim rig for worth the value of $1,800. So get in there, like and subscribe. Anyone from the first subscriber all the way to the 1,000th subscriber can win it, and it'll be an absolute epic bit of kit to start with. Better than what I started with, that's for sure. Followed by Warren and Brown Tools. These guys have been around for 120 years, producing torque wrenches and tools. They are one of the best in the business. Look them up and check them out. They're actually taking us to Moto X at the showgrounds in May, and so we'll have a stand there and we'll be with them. So thank you to them. So our partners aren't just partners here, they help us out and promote us everywhere. Then followed by Melville Equipment, who are a stream sponsor and the Fastest Lap sponsor. Thank you very much, Melbourne. They've been here for day dot. Toyo Sims, they've been around for a long time and look after us as a stream sponsor, and you'll find out this week as a naming rights sponsor. And also they look after us when we go to shows. They supply us hardware. Their equipment is really good. If you're looking for some direct drive entry-level product, entry-level is the price, not the quality of the product. The quality of the product is not entry-level. The product is exceptional. We had it for 2 days straight, never overheated, never did anything wrong. People were in and out of the rigs all the time driving, so I can't take my hat off to these guys any more than I already have. They're exceptional. Followed by Tempting Sweets, who have just come on board for our Thursday night competition, and they'll be sending out sweets this week to the winners. Our new sponsor, Grim Industries. Grim is the home of the V8 supercar table. So you get your V8 LS block with the incorporated into a table and furniture, but they also do custom builds. They've done some Subaru engines I saw the other day. They've got some fantastic light fittings, table mounts, unbelievable desk with 2 V8 monster engines with extractors hanging out of it. That is pretty much everyone apart from promo department and the most important people out there, the community. Thank you for supporting us. Without you guys, we wouldn't be around.
Yeah, absolutely. And a mega shout out to our SRW drivers as well. You guys are what make it happen and make it easier to get the sponsors on board when you produce quality racing that we see day in and day out. So that, Stephen, is going to wrap us up for tonight here at Oran Park, and our round 7 week comes to an end. But as we said, it's not over. We go into next week with some awesome tracks and keep the hyper mode up engaged. But yeah, on behalf of the team and management here at SRW TV, we bid you good night, and we'll see you on Tuesday down at Sandown Raceway for our V8 AM series. Have a good night, everybody.
And thank you, Rob. Good night, all.
Clash heads again. This is like Chaz Mostert and Cam Waters. Almost the same situation. Better contact going down to the hill. Sam Noble wants to sniff from Dave Coleman now. Sam Noble model right now because tell you what, Bruce Tanner and Jamie Dyke just blown away.